Okay, my mic was muted. I think you'll be able to hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me. What I was trying to say, again, I don't even know if you can hear me. What I was trying to say is my friend usually helps me like test all this stuff before I go live, and he is sleeping, I think. He is overseas, so what I was trying to say, I think I can hear myself on here. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Let me quickly send out another email again. I guess it looks unprofessional, but you know what? I'm not a live streamer, man. I'm not I'm not a Twitch person. So this side of things, I will get used to over time. Hell yeah, Josh. Thank you for being here. Thank you for finding the new stream. I'm going to quickly send out a correction email. And I'm on Shopify at the moment, letting everyone know. Save as template. Thank you guys for popping over and finding this. I'm going to tweet this out as well real quick. I think this MacBook has Twitter on, like logged in. I think the problem with the original stream, I changed this YouTube channel's name from Color Controllers to DeckButtons, and I think that might be what happened. I'm not 100% sure. This is like not the kind of troubleshooting you want to do right as you have people waiting to say hi. I'm quickly writing a tweet. New stream link. Had some hiccups with the other one. All right, tweet that. Pow, that's live. All right, one more. I guess I'll send out another email. I hate like spamming people, you know, but I don't know. Maybe some people will want to come say hi. So I'll send one more correction email. This is like the whole like the day before I was gonna launch, I sent that email that was like the website's going live if you were signed up before this was all public. And then I was talking to The Verge, and they wanted me to push it a day, which made sense. It was over a holiday. So this is kind of like that, where I'm sending a correction email, and I'm like, oh, man. But let me figure this out really quick. Create campaign. Your templates. This one, I think. Yeah, all right. Let me just quickly send out a correction email, just in case. OBS was being run. And then I'll just quickly write, hey. With YouTube, so here's a new stream link. How's everyone doing, by the way? Thank you again for being here. I don't actually know how many people are here right now. Let me see. I'm gonna click live chat instead of top chat. There we go. Again, this is second stream. I'll get better at this over time. And let me finish this email. This is like one of those things. You know, you like, I do everything. This is my, as a small business owner, you have to learn a lot of things and wear a lot of hats. So here's an example of, I got to figure out how to set up a broadcast thing. You know, I still have handheld thing going, I think. Yep. Hello. Hi. You know, I figured out the tech side of that because my background is in photography. So I have that. Got the top down. Once I wake the camera back up, on my list, I need to buy a dummy battery for this guy because it likes to shut off. So another troubleshoot. That should pop back up. I hope. because I'm trying to reinstall. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff cooking. Here's a little preview of what I've been working on. A lot of cups, a lot of things. So yeah, I tend to like go quiet a little bit when I'm working on a lot of stuff, and it's really just, you know, not enough time in the day to constantly do all this. So yeah, I stay up late. This is all I do. So that's why I was like, I'm just gonna go live, hang out for a while, show everyone things. I actually want to install a new kind on one of my Steam Decks. Let's see. Oh, this wasn't. All right, let me unlink this. I think this is the right link. Sorry, I'm still doing that. Hey, I'm re-live link thing. All right, that's all set. Review. Hopefully this works. Normally I'll like send this to myself and click the link to check. I'm going blind tonight, so we'll see. Why is that one not working? I'm sorry. Rocky start again. Normally I try to like have this all set up beforehand, but my friend wasn't available and I am just trying to keep you guys updated. So maybe the battery's dead. Let me switch the battery. I'm very tempted to just like buy 2 more cameras that are like this one and call it a day, to be honest. I think the streaming thing is, I think it's, you know, a good way to show you guys stuff without having to edit a YouTube video and film everything all the time. Why is this not working? One more unplug. OBS. OBS is being... It worked before I went live too. Let's see. Webcam utility. This is a Canon 5D Mark IV. Let's see. It worked before I went live. Come on. I feel like if I were watching this, I would have left by now. So if you're still here, thank you. Again. Technical. I should just like rename this to like technical whatever. Shitty beginning of the stream. I blame OBS. I think if I quit OBS, it will break things. So I don't really want to do that. Let's see. Top down. Yeah. Why is this not working? Let's see. And normally, like, I like tinkering, but this kind of stuff, kind of annoying. All right, we're gonna maybe scrap the top down for now. And yeah, let's get it going. Hello, Ben. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, so how's everyone doing? We're launched. We're live. In terms of the site, people have gotten their buttons. It's been awesome. I'm like super hyped on that. People have been sending me images and all that good stuff. I've been like, you know, I am a Steam Deck user in my daily life. Like, I use this stuff. So it's been cool to like just be scrolling on Reddit, Facebook groups, stuff like that, and then just like see like, hey, I made that. So I appreciate everyone sharing their stuff. I've seen some cool stuff so far, and I hope to see more in the future. And yeah, I've just been like honestly heads down making stuff, stocking back up. It's been wild. So if you are looking for a set and you click that like let me know thing, there's been times I've been like putting things back in stock at like 2-3 in the morning. Like I'm about to go to bed, but I just finished for the night, and then I'll wake up and like it'll be sold out. So that is like amazing. So thank you. With that being said, if you see something on the site, oh no, Josh. Oh shit. I see you. What up, keyboards? Hopefully you figure out that screen thing. I actually, so hold up. This is my personal Steam Deck. I just did some stuff to it. Actually, this is a little preview of something to come. But this is my personal one. Just threw this back on. I didn't do the front because it's annoying. It's honestly like, you know, I own 2 Steam Decks. They're a business expense. I need them. They're like constantly taken apart and stuff. Actually, part of tonight's stream, I'm going to throw a new set in that I'll show you guys. Because, yeah, I don't know. I use these things for fun, but at the same time, they're a business expense. So most of the time, they're taken apart. So I finally like threw this on. This is from a guy named Rogueport Customs, and what he does is he'll airbrush. He does a lot of like GameCube stuff. He'll airbrush stuff. So he found you know, one of the extreme rate things. If you've been following along on this whole button journey, I went to a convention in Pennsylvania, and he happened to be there, and we talked beforehand. I was like, hey, I'm going to this thing. And he asked like what I wanted, and we traded. This was like before the buttons were fully public, so I gave him a set to match his GameCube controller, and this was a request, the gradient. So it's an extreme rate shell, just the back, and then the front is stock. And you may, if you look really quickly, you'll see some unreleased touch protect on there, and some buttons that you can't really see quite yet, but I'll show you on the other camera. Yeah, let me throw his link. Let me like quickly find his site again, because I don't know the site. Oh, he's got Etsy. All right. I'll show you his Twitter too, maybe. I'll throw his Etsy up here in the link. But yeah, we kind of, you know, like, I'm a tinkerer modder at heart. So, boom, that's his Etsy shop. Let me throw you his Twitter too, because he does like, he's from the GameCube world, but he has a, copying that. Let me find his, like, there we go. But he has a Steam Deck, so he's been wanting to do stuff with that. And yeah, he'll airbrush stuff. If you are familiar with my history, I used to like do a lot of airbrushing and car paint stuff for controllers. That's why that whole color controllers name is a thing. So it was cool to see someone else doing that. But yeah, that's my personal deck. I actually just threw this on. It's been stock for forever, but I was like, you know what, I want to try to like finally play Starfield, stuff like that. So I wanted to like, you know, make it fun for a little bit, because a lot of times I've kept it stock to kind of showcase like, here's what it would look like on a stock hardware. But you know, again, everyone's throwing all the aftermarket fun stuff on, so why can't I do that, you know? So yeah, those are his links. Check him out. And yeah, that's my personal Steam Deck. I'll show you in a little bit. What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see what I've been working on? Do you want to plan? What do you want to see? I will sit here for a sec. I actually want to ask you guys for a little bit of advice on something I've been working on. I've like hinted at this in the past, maybe on Twitter. I don't know where you are all from. So on Twitter, I've mentioned I've been working with a chemist, which sounds kind of crazy. But it's been like, this is like before the website went live. So I've been working with a chemist to come up with something pretty fun. A couple of things, actually. And one of them I want to incorporate into, I'm like looking down because I'm looking at the prototypes. I want to incorporate them into this design. So I want to know what your thoughts are. It's like, I think it's cool. I'm not going to reveal what the like big deal is with the chemist. But I do want to see what you guys think. You know, I text these things to my friends. I'm trying to not work in a bubble, which is another reason why I would love to go live and just talk to you guys, because basically my day is I'll wake up, have coffee, and then just get to it. So I'll either, you know, start new stuff, work on restocks, stuff like that. And a lot of times I'm texting my same group chat, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? I have a couple friends locally too that I'll show, but to be honest, I've been bailing on a lot of people lately because this is literally like, I am 100% dedicated to this. So yeah, it'd be cool to have like some outside input on this. I guess I'll show you that now. It's not like, it's only D-pads at the moment. Hello, this is the handheld cam. Yeah, so, all right. And ignore the cables and stuff. I'm working on pumpkin spice buttons, which sounds a little crazy. I've been drinking a lot of the pumpkin cream cold brew from Starbucks. Here's one example. It's got metallic brown, some metallic orange, a little bit of white, and then the pumpkin cream background. Here's like raw pumpkin cream, which is, it's just, you know, it's like a metallic pumpkin color. There you go. Might not show up on cam as good, but it does have a little metallic to it. Here's another example without the orange. And then here's just like orange and the metallic brown and metallic orange. So yeah, I'm trying to come up with pumpkin spice because it's the season of pumpkin spice and it's on everything. It's on Oreos. I've been trying to film some stuff on my phone for like YouTube videos while I'm out and about, and I was at the grocery store and realizing how many things are pumpkin spice, and I was like, I'm gonna like get some B-roll in case I have the time to edit a video. So yeah, give me your pumpkin spice suggestions either here or yeah, I know it's not for everyone, obviously. It's a little, you know, seasonal, but again, I'm trying to keep it fun. This isn't like the main, you know, end all be all thing. I'm just trying. I have a shit ton of ideas that I throw in my phone, or I just like have to get out of my head, and I'll just like throw them in a pressure pot. So this is just one of those ideas, and it kind of ties in. I don't have to do the thing that I was working with a chemist with, but I really want to. I'm like so excited about getting that out, the chemist thing. So yeah, so let me know. Give me your pumpkin spice themes. And while I'm thinking about it, I know I'm like jumping all over a little bit. Website and face. Let's see if that worked. Cool, that's my site. One thing that I was alerted to was the submit an idea section. Apparently I had this is a Google form, and I had it set up where it was only, you could only do 10 characters or less for your idea. So use this form and like write a paragraph. I don't care. I check it probably once a week at this point, but now it should get cooler because people will be able to type more than 10 characters. So yeah, Dustin, actually, I think you're the one who alerted me to that, so thank you. But yeah, it's over at deckbuttons.com/blah blah blah. You'll be able to find it in this FAQ section. The initial live stream had that in the link. Oh, it's also in the links of the live stream over here, so that's good. And while we're here, check this out. So blog, I do update the blog occasionally. I'm trying to keep you guys interested. Yeah, I know, honestly, Peppermint. Appreciate you, Dustin. I see your chat. Yeah, honestly, thank you. This is the kind of stuff where like I'm one person, so finding like little website stuff like that is huge because I can't just like do that. Gingerbread, man, Ben, you were in the original live, weren't you? I feel like you somehow know everything I'm trying to do. But so yeah, on the blog, this is everything that people have sent me within the past like week and a half. A lot of them are from Twitter because it's easy to quickly like throw a link in. But I just wanted to like show everyone, hey, here's what you guys are doing with the buttons. I've seen some on Reddit. They're gonna show up in the next one of these. But yeah, these are some of the homies I've been talking to on Twitter, and they're pretty cool. Like, people doing the full shell swap, Party Purple, which I have a case right here. I did do Restocks. Ben, I feel like you have a camera in my basement or wherever in my like studio working area that you just know everything I'm trying to do behind the scenes. But yeah, have any of you gotten that RGB backplate? I did not. I don't think I will. Not the hugest fan of JSOCs, and it's because of some Amazon beef. But yeah, it's cool to see everyone actually like, you know, seeing these things out in the wild, because I've been working on these for so long. And I'm happy to finally get these ideas out and like have people see them. A lot of people have been commenting like, I've known this for a little bit, but again, can't work in a bubble. But they do actually, I think, you know, I'm a little biased because I made them, but I think they feel a little better than the stock ones in terms of like, they just, I don't know. You know, Touch Protect, there's all like different textures. That's like a big aspect of the touchpad thing. And in the button world, I feel like it's the same thing. I went back to stock for a sec just to test something, and I did not like it. So, yeah. I don't know. You know, Touch Protect. There's all people. It's been cool to hear like people saying that, like, "Hey, I can tell that the texture, blah blah blah." Like, it's cool. So yeah, that's all. Ooh. Oh, you're the DB. Oh, nice. I'm popping over. Yeah. So this is like. This is everything I saw so far. This one is so cool, Ben. Where'd you get that skin? Let me know. I did that. See, you know how you have the centerpiece? You have the centerpiece to your stick. I actually did that for someone who they were having a bit of an issue getting grip or something. They emailed me and they're like, "Hey, I want to do this," and I was like, "No problem." And I cut them up centerpieces for that. It's a little hard to get it to stick and stay, but if you clean everything, then it works well. I ended up just swapping to these guys. These guys, the Skull & Co., even though technically they're a competitor, sometimes you just got to use what is out there. So yeah. Oh, okay. Decal Girl. Awesome. I'm glad you didn't say not D-Brand. There's a different company out there that has been doing some shady shit behind the scenes with my stuff. But again, I don't, you know, I'm not gonna like air all that out in the open there. But yeah, so let me show you a little bit, I guess, of what I've been up to. The first thing is I tweeted this out a couple days ago, maybe a day ago. I don't remember. A lot of the days are the same when I'm working on this stuff. Party Blue is here soon. I have a cup of them. I like the color blue, and I just wanted to make it a thing. This will be one of those, like, I would call it evergreen thing, just like Party Black and everything like that. Party Blue will just be part of the website. Earlier in the week, I released another 20, I believe, sets of Party Black, and they all sold out really quick, and same with Party Purple. So Party Blue is on the way. I have a cup of them at the moment. Let me show you that. Here is a cup. They all come out of the molds, and I throw them in a cup. So these all need to be processed, which I'll do live for you. I wish that I could show you the top-down view, but the camera's not working. But yeah, this is how they come out of the molds. And there's a lot of work involved to get them to a sellable state. But this particular set, this actually is a set that I didn't want to sell. I forget why. There was something with it that it's like below where the shell will be, but you know, it's fine for me to throw in on a deck that I'm going to shoot photos of. Everything above the shell is fine, but I forget why this one particularly didn't make the cut. And then this D-pad had a little bit of an air bubble. See that, right? Okay, zooming does not work well with this. You can see that air bubble. It doesn't actually affect anything, but this is something that I would not sell to someone. You know, you guys are paying a premium, and I appreciate that. And I don't want to, like, send you something that looks like that. But for me, it doesn't matter, because I'm just going to throw it in a Steam Deck, take some photos, etc. Custom home and menu. I'm looking at the chat. Crimson Red, I actually have a cup that I don't think I brought over today. They are in the works of being restocked. Red is a tough color. Back when I used to paint car stuff and controller stuff, red is traditionally a pigment that does not... It requires a lot of pigment, and it requires a very specific base to make it do what you want it to do. So red is tough, but yeah, I am working on restocking them. There's a cup in the other room that is some of that restock. I'm reading the chat now. Hold on. White coffee cup. Ooh, that could be cool. Actually, while you're talking about white, I'm not going to show the super fancy one, but I've been experimenting with just like a nice, you know, I had a couple people ask about white. I'm trying to sort them on the desk at the moment. I had a couple people ask about white, so I've been experimenting with what I'm going to call Arctic white, and what that is handheld. It's just a nice white, but it has a little bit of flake to it, and you can't... This is the same as the initial stream I did. You can't see it right now because the lights are too bright. From a photo standpoint, I need to like lower the exposure a little bit, etc. But it's just like a nice pure white with a little bit of flake in it, and I really actually like it in person. These are going to go up live first just as D-pads, eventually as sets as well. Again, a product of me experimenting a little bit. So those are in the works. I photographed them already. Actually, I before the stream, I exported the memory card of all the photos I shot, and I was like, they're like relatively basic, but I was like, oh, maybe I'll like show you guys some photos. I don't know. You know, this was very impromptu. The white on this one does not glow. I mean, that's... I'm working on some glow stuff. Actually, you'll see a special alien-themed version that I'm going to show a little later. But that will glow. I can make white glow, for sure. I know people might want just a straight glow, so that's the plan. Individual colors are very tough, only in terms of time. So... Actually, I might as well show you this. This is something that I was hesitant to show publicly because while I want this on my personal Steam Deck, they are extremely time consuming. So for context, each color, so basically like I don't have a mold in this room. Each individual color has to be put in on its own and mixed on its own and cure on its own. And each cure time, in order to like, I'm not like, I would say I'm not a hobbyist doing this, a couple sets at a time. I'm trying to run a business. So I have to do, 10 to 20 molds at a time to try to maximize time, etc. You know, be able to like do this on the scale that people are demanding and on, you know, to make a living. So individual colors are tough because I have to do, here's the A button. They're all going to be yellow. All right, cool. And then throw it in the pressure pot, let it cure for an hour-ish, and then go back out, do it again for the B button, etc. So it makes, I have 5 pressure pots at the moment, and it kind of like makes a couple pressure pots and a couple of sets of molds unavailable for a very long time. So all right, I'm just gonna show you guys this is something that I will release in a very limited quantity, and it's just because honestly it takes literally all day, basically. Relatively all day. I could probably crank out 2 batches of these, but I will show you these. Actually, let me answer the question about the hollows real quick. Yes, they're in the works. I'm working on a tiny bit of I'm trying to kind of get the site restocked, I would say. The initial like wave of orders is awesome. Every single time I've been adding things to the site, they've sold out. So I'm trying to get the site built up a little bit, and then I'm going to focus on, okay, I'm at a good spot where I can then do hollows, and I need to make a little bit more molds. I picked up another pressure pot today. Again, that's like part of the scaling up deal. So I picked up another pressure pot today, like midday. Haven't used it yet, haven't unboxed it, but that is part of like, okay, I need to make more molds, etc. So hollows are coming, just a little like not quite as soon. There's a huge demand for those, and I understand why. But I'm gonna try to keep those running usually overnight, because they take a longer curing resin. They take about 5 hours, I think. So I try to do like a batch overnight, basically, because adding the hollow part, it's like a film, and that is, you have to fight against the resin curing. So I have to use a longer curing resin, which means I can't do a shit ton at once, all day, every day kind of thing. So yes, they are coming. I kind of like pushed the priority back a little bit, only because as I'm restocking, things are flying off the shelves in a good way. That's awesome. You know, I love that, but they are definitely in the plan, you know. Stay tuned. And actually, I'm assuming you did the like click to notify me thing. Definitely utilize that. That's how people have been able to get their set that they want that's currently like live but out of stock. And definitely use that, because I have to pay $50 a month to have that function on my site. So I want people to use it. I think it's super useful for people, and it actually helps me because I can see on the back end, you know, what the demand is. When you work for yourself, I've had some keycap releases I worked like a month and a half on, did all this stuff, and they have flopped. So that is like super useful to me. So definitely use that function. I need to communicate that better to people. Use that function. And I got on a little bit of a tangent, and I'm holding these, so I'm just going to show you. They're going to be very limited, but Starfield buttons. Hello. I've been playing Starfield finally. I'm only like 2 hours in. I actually only just got to the lodge. But these take a very long time. I want to pair these with... I want to pair them with the copper D-pads I've been working on. I think that would be freaking cool. Let me try to show you. There's not a ton in here. And again, this is a set that they take, you know, how many colors are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they take 5 hours just for the fronts of them. And then the backs, so they're all backed with like that Arctic white I was telling you guys about. So white with like some sparkle in it. So yeah, these are super time consuming, but I kind of wanted these on my Steam Deck. I've been playing Starfield, well, trying to play Starfield again. I literally just got to the, I got to, what is it called? The Lodge. I did all the dialogue there, and my friend was like, yo, you can go in the basement and you can grab a really good suit. You just have to like, I'm sure you've seen that. If you go in the basement of the lodge, you can duck and then like kind of aim at the corner and you can take a suit from the thing. But yeah, I wanted to partner these up with this is like a twofold, really difficult set, only because, so all right, everything's hand mixed. Obviously all my colors are always hand mixed. They all have like a little bit of sparkle to them. The time consuming part is the 1 hour per color. It, you know, takes all the molds. It kind of like makes a pressure pot like free or whatever, you know. It's like, it's time consuming, but at the same time I'm like, all right, this is the perfect thing to have the D-pad be maybe copper. So I would like to do that with the copper thing. I'm not sure when these are going to come out because I want to have maybe more than, this is like roughly 10 sets, and that's if every single button in each set made it, because a lot of times there's an air bubble here or there, you know. It's a chemical reaction, so you can't really, you can plan as much as you can, but yeah, these ones are tough. But yeah, copper D-pads with this I think is the move, because it would be awesome. And I want to make that happen. Copper D-pads, while I'm here talking about that, they require, like, I have to sand them with steel wool afterwards and then polish them up. So another time consuming thing, but I think they're going to be awesome. So very, very limited. I don't know if they're going to, like, I don't know if I'll do another run of them. But that is the plan with those. Again, I'm trying to, like, these streams are super, I like being able to just kind of tell you, like, here's why as a single, like, one person I can't like do every single thing at once kind of thing. You know, a lot of people don't know the world of resin casting, and that is totally fine because it's weird. But yeah, so those are in the works. Starfield buttons. The copper D-pad is pretty cool to the touch. In terms of temperature, it does, like, if you have it sitting out, it will be a little colder. Obviously it warms up pretty quick. It's also heavier, which you don't notice when you're playing with it, but like when you physically hold it like this, you can tell. At least I can. I mean, I deal with these buttons every single day, so maybe that's a little biased, but I can tell that the weight of them is different, which is cool. And it's real copper. It's you take the mold, and I have really fine ground up copper powder that I put in the mold, and I mix it in with resin as well, and you backfill it, and then there's a layer of real copper in the front mixed with the back of it is also real copper. But yeah. Dustin, what do you mean by, like, all of that? Actually, while we're talking about it, let me find it. Again, this was a very last minute stream. I'm looking. I have a new keycap in the works as well. And I don't know where it is. I brought it. Actually, while we're talking about it, again, this was a very last minute. Sorry, I'm looking around. Well, there's a new keycap in the works, and it's not just a basic one. And I don't know where it is. Basically, it's the Decky logo, like the face. But I've been working on that. I making molds is its own task. I try to set aside maybe a half a day to get those up and running in the pressure pot, adding the texture, etc., like all that kind of stuff. So that's in the works as well. I have a prototype one that I thought I brought, and I don't know. I keep looking. I don't know where it is. While I'm holding this, so here's a prototype Party Blue. I think I might throw these on the site separately if they're a little lighter than what I ended up coming up with. So here's prototype version. Here's the final, like more of a traditional blue prototype version. But I have a little bit of them in a cup. Here's some party blue prototypes that I'll probably throw up, because if the last stream taught me anything, it's don't just put stuff in a drawer, because some people might like them. I would show you, here's a keycap. Look, oneupkeyboards.com, everybody. I'm going to go see you next week. Here's a party blue keycap that is fresh out of the thing. Actually, in this one, let me clip the stem real quick. So you can see, when you make a keycap and the mold breaks, that's what it looks like. See that? That's silicone in the middle of the green. I'm going to tweezer it out. The prototype blue, Dustin, is like it's kind of like, I call it like paradise version, kind of. There we go. Here's a party blue base keycap. Yeah, hey, One Up Keyboards, man. I'm not going to say your name. I shot you a message earlier. Next week, let's go hang out. I need to have the time to get all my stock ready for you, and I didn't have enough time to do that by tomorrow. But yeah, so I kind of like the prototype blue, to be honest. I've been surfing a lot, or trying to get a little more into surfing, and this is a little paradisey. It's like almost the neon blue, like the standard. This is a base set blue that I offer. That actually, the lighting makes this look a little bit brighter than it is, or clearer. So yeah, I don't know. These are kind of neat. I'll figure out a way to throw those up as well. Oh man, you know how many times I've dreamed of having like CNC masters of molds. Like every week, every other week, I'm like, damn, this would make my life so much easier. But they're like, in the quantity I would need, a couple thousand. So if you know a CNC person, I know one person where you're located, Mr. Nameless One Up Keyboards man. I know one place that I'm friends with the guy who does CNCing, but like they do stuff for like medical a lot of times, you know, like budgets of like 50 to 75 grand for a project. And it's like, all right, I can't interrupt you with my like, I need 20 CNC'd fronts and 20 CNC'd backs of this, and it will cost too much money. So 3D printing it is. I looked into SLS like printing. You may have seen, some of you, that I was asking around if anyone in Philly has access to an SLS printer. And if you're not familiar, that's selective laser sintering. It's a bunch of powder. It's a powder that gets like lasered level by level, and I was hoping that would be my solution to not having to 3D print and then sand by hand, add a texture, and then make molds. But it wasn't quite as precise enough. I don't think I have they're in my car, actually. I've shown my dad. I went and visited them. So I don't have that to show off. Actually, yeah, machine butts would be nice at least, because they tend to fail quite a bit. But yeah, all right. So originally my plan for tonight was do this top-down view, which still isn't working. I really want to throw a set of party blue. Oh, I'm like pointing these at a camera that is not live. I want to throw a set of party blue in my other Steam Deck. Wait, who is Hive? I'm gonna like screenshot this. Here, I'm giving you a 100 emoji. I'm gonna look this up because yeah, any kind of lead that will make my process a little more refined is super useful at the moment. Again, I'm like literally, I don't even know how many hours a day. I wake up. The one thing I do, so like I finally achieved what I wanted, which is working for myself, like full time. I'm looking at the wrong camera. And one thing I do prioritize, you know, there's not a lot I do that's like, whoa, I work for myself. But the one thing I do prioritize is if I was up late, I'll sleep in. And yeah, so I'll sleep in, I'll wake up, have coffee, etc. My mornings kind of start a little slow, and then I'm just like, this is all I do until I get tired. So you may see like restocks happen at 2 a.m. You may see me reply to an email at 2 a.m, and that's why. And that's why the stream started kind of late, because I had to like run around today, like shipping orders, getting new pressure pot, go and get another set of materials, etc. But anyway, what I would like to do tonight, I want to throw these in, the Party Blues, into the other Steam Deck, because A, I'm gonna need 2 for photos, and B, Cyberpunk was on sale yesterday, and I bought the original Cyberpunk back in the day and refunded it. So my other Steam Deck is full, and I would love to throw Cyberpunk on this other one. So that I think I'm gonna do that. I still have a lot of other things to show you that I've been working on. But I'm gonna at least do what I call process these, which I would have loved to show you the top down. I'm gonna try one more time with this stupid top down. I think it's an OBS thing. Yep, it's not working. If I restarted OBS, it would probably work, but that would maybe kill the stream. I don't really know how this works. I looked into NextFab. NextFab is a little annoying. So any like makerspace is a little annoying because they're like, yeah, you can use our machine. Hold on, you got to take 30 hours of classes, or you know, it's like, I don't know. It's fine, but I'm in touch with a guy at Formlabs who keeps emailing me about SLS printers, and it just like, man, I wish that would have worked. But it didn't work. But yeah, I'm gonna look up Hive 76. Maybe they're a little like more approachable than NextFab. But yeah, I would love to throw these in. I'm like so tempted to go rummage in a box and set up just a webcam for the top down, but I think I'll make this work. I want to throw these in. I was gonna show you. So this is how they come out of the mold. I mean, you saw they come out like this. So every set comes out like this. These are sprues. They're like vent holes for where the excess resin or air bubbles will kind of go out of the mold. Occasionally air bubbles do get trapped. I've been having a little bit of issues sometimes with them getting trapped around here on the menu button, I believe. And that's going to be like another redesign. Actually, this one has an air bubble in it, which is a perfect example of what I don't ship out. But it will still function fine. And this is, you know, this is for photos. All of my Steam Decks I own, which is 2, again, business expense. All of them like are barely put together for like a week at a time. This has an air bubble in the side. So this is something I would not ship to a customer, but the front of it is fine and it works. So that's that. Actually, Shapeways, I'm trying to think. I did a test purchase of one set of the fronts of a couple of my molds. And I think it was it was either Shapeways or the other people. What are they named? I'd have to look at my email. But yeah, it didn't work, unfortunately. But yeah, so I'm gonna throw these in my deck to be able to take pictures of, and then I'm gonna get Cyberpunk installing. But yeah, this is an example of something I would not ship out. There's a bubble in the side. You can kind of see it. But it's something that, like, functionally, this will work fine, and it won't affect gameplay, it won't affect performance. So for my personal thing, you know, it's only going to be in here for, like, a week or less anyway. So I'm going to throw these in. One of the things, if you were following me on Twitter, posting like, I'm gonna stream, I might stream tonight. This stream has been like a week in the works, and it's only been a week in the works because I have a lot of stuff to sand and process, and I was gonna just like move all of these cameras over there to the like what I call the messy part of the this room, I guess. It's a whole floor of my house dedicated to this stuff. But I have a messy area and a clean area, and I'm in the clean area right now, but I am making a mess. So normally I would sand. I'll show you. I have a couple of different grits of sandpaper. Sorry, forgot which camera I'm using. Yeah, so they come out of the mold like so. There's excess resin. It's called flashing. I'll cut that with an X-Acto knife, and then I will sand, etc. So I'm gonna do a very quick job at this. This is the one part in the process that I'm okay with it not being 100% like picture perfect, is the X-Acto knife stage, because all of this sits under the shell, and it is a handmade product. So it's okay if there's a little bit of a handmade aspect to it. You may remember Steve Jobs talking about never using a case on an iPhone, and the scratches give it character. I would like to think that this is sort of similar. Anyway, so like, yeah, excess flashing. You'll really only notice some cutting marks on the menu and the 3 dots button. But I'm gonna quickly do this and chuck these in the deck and make it happen. Stream wise, I don't know how many people are here. If anyone has questions, let me know. Again, this was like it was planned, but like unplanned. It was really just, I wanted a way to let you guys, not keep you guys hanging. I basically launched the site and have been super heads down busy ever since. And like, there's been restocks, but not enough restock. Like, they haven't stuck around long enough to send an email to be like, hey, this is in stock, kind of thing. So I figure this is a good way to hang out for a bit and just show you guys, hey, I promise I'm not just like sleeping till noon and doing nothing all day. That one's good enough. Good to go. Here's another one. I promise I'm not just like sleeping till noon and doing nothing all day. I've thought about doing like grab bag stuff. I'm not opposed to it. I'm seeing the chat at the moment. I've thought about doing a little bit of a grab bag only because, or like mystery sets or something. I have a lot of like, I think if you were here for the first stream, I have a lot of like cups of stuff, and that is the bane of my existence, is cups everywhere. So that actually might be kind of fun. I've thought about it before, or like, occasionally, when things have an air bubble like this, I usually just throw it out. But I also have a cup that I kind of leave for my friends, because it's like, hey, you're not going to like resell this, My only concern with selling like scratch and dent kind of stuff like that is I don't want that to reflect on like, hey, this is my final product. If someone like goes to resell it. I've heard that there has been a couple of my hollow sets being resold because they're super rare at the moment, and kind of like cool. I don't know. It's like kind of interesting to me. But blind bags, that would be kind of cool. Hell yeah, Matthew. Thank you. Oh shit, Party Black. So yours probably came from this cup. Fun fact. They should be at you pretty soon. I think I sent those off. The Party Black ones I sent all off. Basically, maybe you got the like restock email or something. They went out pretty quick after orders. I try not to keep people waiting too long. Everyone's used to Amazon Prime. and I am also a customer, so I understand not keeping people waiting. So yeah, yours probably came from this batch, and they are on their way to you. Shoot me a photo when you install them. That'd be cool. I love seeing that kind of stuff. This one's done. These ones I'll sand the backs, so I don't like worry about the flashing too much. And I am making a mess. Yeah, B stock, I don't know. I will probably at some point do that. Or like I've realized, so like you've probably heard the term like perfection is the enemy of good or something like that. And I definitely, you know, I like to work in silence, and then if something is finally at what I consider like releasable state, I launch it. But if that last stream taught me anything, is that I need to show you guys the prototypes, because maybe it's not my thing, but it's someone else's thing. The stream, I called them Stream Blue prototypes. I threw up what I had and they sold out. So again, I need to just throw a bunch of stuff up, and if you like it, that's awesome. Oh man, authenticity cards. Did you... I don't know how much lurking of my colored controllers stuff you did, One Up Man. Can I just say your name? Anyway, One Up Man. I did do an authenticity card. Let me see if I can find that real quick. For people that aren't aware of my background. I did a lot of stuff with artisan keyboard keys, and I still do sometimes, but where is that? Let me see if it's on the site anymore. It might not be. It is not, so I have to go to Imager. I did one authenticity card. Oh my gosh, come on. U/colored controllers. Does anyone remember the GameStop stock situation? Because I made keycaps for them. Minor defect buttons as extras, like maybe. I'm like a little weary about sending out anything with like an air bubble, etc., because I don't want that to hurt my reputation of spending the time to make high-end things. My whole deal is like I don't cheap out on materials. I would prefer to like, even though it can backfire on me personally for like throwing money at stuff, I would prefer to like try to make things as perfect as I can, and then get them out. So I'm a little wary about like harming my reputation, because that, you know, the color controllers have been around since 2013, and I do have a bit of a reputation, I believe, at this point. So I'm afraid to like send out anything. Okay, JB. I'm afraid to send out anything super messed up, or like with an, again, like something I would give to a friend with an air bubble in the back like this. This is perfectly functional. It will not ruin your gameplay in the slightest. But there is an air bubble. It's right on this this area. So yeah, I don't know. There might be a way to like mark them a certain way so people will know. Because I don't know, you know, hearing that people are reselling the hollow ones, which you're totally fine to do. They are very rare. I just don't want like someone to get them on a resale kind of deal and then be like, oh, these are not as good as I thought, kind of thing. Because I work really hard to make good stuff. So I'm cutting around the D-pad, removing excess flashing. And actually, I mean, this I don't have to do too much for this particular set, only because it's going in my thing. It's going to get photographed, and then that deck will probably be taken apart for another set. So I'm cutting around. Survey polls. Yes. If you have advice on how to set that up. You mean on YouTube or in general? I've thought about that. So like that's the whole deal with like I want to show you guys the pumpkin spice stuff because it's like I want to make that happen. I have one more idea with this that I want to do. But yeah, I wanted your advice on that. Sorry, I'm looking to see if I have missed any chat. Water. Ben, glow in the dark's coming. It's coming. Actually, you saw it for like a second on here, but this is a prototype set. The other set, the non-prototype, are in the cup. Let me sand these. Normally they're on a harder surface. I will just do this on this mouse pad. Again, I probably don't even have to sand them, to be honest, because they're going. It's strictly for photos. And if you guys don't want to see a full like install again, I have it down pretty quick, but if that is something you don't want to see, I'll skip it. I would love to get Cyberpunk installing though, because so basically my main Steam Deck has Windows on a partition and then it has Steam on a partition, and I think it's only a 512. I threw another hard drive in it like when I first got it, but the Windows partition like had Call of Duty on it. I was traveling a little bit back in the day, etc. Now it actually only runs Sound Voltex, a Japanese music game. So I don't really need as much space, but I can't install Cyberpunk and Starfield on the Steam partition. There's not enough room. So I would love to get this deck put together so that I can have a Cyberpunk and a Steam Deck, or a Cyberpunk Steam Deck and a Starfield Steam Deck. That would be cool. Oh yeah, on the website. Actually, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Ooh, drill mark. That's a good idea. Like a very like intentional mark would be kind of nice, actually. I'm gonna zoom out this camera. Hold on. It's like it looks very close. Zoom out real quick. Look at that. Live OBS. There we go. Ooh, I like that pumpkin spice idea. It looks very close. Yeah, actually, I think that kind of thing could be useful. Kind of like, hey, vote on what you want to come out. Like, here's a couple examples. I think that'd be kind of cool. Because again, I work a little bit in a vacuum and annoy my friends with pictures of prototypes. So that could be cool. All right, these buttons are ready. I'm gonna take a quick, I gotta pee really bad. So let me quickly pee, and then maybe I'll quickly do this, throw these in. I wanna show you guys some more stuff that's sitting in these cups. And yeah, BRB, it won't take long, bathroom's close. Hold up. So let me quickly pee, and then maybe I'll quickly do this, throw these in. I wanna show you guys some more stuff that's sitting in these cups. And yeah, BRB. It won't take long. Bathroom's close. Hold up. Hello. Hello. How do full-time streamers do that? I think they just run an ad. Oh man, all right. JB, DDR. Do you want to see my DDR setup? It's a little funny. Actually, I can show you right now. 9-inch. Oh, hold on.
Oh man, all right.
Switching the input. 9-inch Sony CRT. PS2. And a lot of DDR. Trying to. Where's my finger?
Oh, hold on.
A lot of DDR on PS2. So that is my current music game setup. It's getting colder. In my free time, which I don't really have at the moment, I like to skateboard, be active, that kind of stuff. So DDR is a good way that I've been trying to do that. Noted on the B stock. I'm gonna. That's. So when I made these and I was coming up with like packaging and stuff like that, I know like using plastic is bad. And one of the things I wanted to do is like, if you have this packaging, don't throw it out. You know, throw your old buttons in it, put it in a drawer, something. So B stock would be a great way to not waste, because I'm sick of. I seriously have cups and cups of stuff that like, because I hate wasting stuff and like, you know, throwing things out unnecessarily. I just keep cups of things. So yeah, maybe I'll just release those to the wild instead of having them sit forever on my shelf in my workshop, and and just like, you know, it's like hoardery seeming. Wait, okay, I'm reading this repartition thing. Dual booting on my deck, Windows and SteamOS. I didn't know that you could repartition. I was like, I very quickly tried to like look that up. Can you like, if you know there's a link out there, can you drop it in the chat so I can look at that later? That would be awesome. Wait, what's the 1 to 2? What cup size? All right. This is dumb. This is a, ooh, I'd have to look at the receipt. So I get everything from a supplier in my state, and I am lucky to live relatively close to their headquarters. They make really good, these are like perfect. These cups I use for mixing smaller batches, and then this cup I use to like hold everything. I forget how many, I forget the size on that one. I actually just ordered new ones this past weekend. Or Friday? I think I got them picked up Friday. For all the music game people. Oh, it's upstairs. I have a copy of PS2 Paradise, if you know what that is. Oh, I see. Like an add-on kind of thing. That would be kind of cool. I like that. For all the music game people. Oh, it's upstairs. I have a copy. Yeah, I understand about the freebie add-on. It's hard because like I look at like taking my deck apart is not a big deal, but a lot of people don't. It's like a major mod for some people, and that is totally fine, because this is, you know, not everyone takes them apart like multiple times a week all the time. I kind of like the grab bag idea. That's kind of cool. That'll be like a much later, I'm assuming, like once I have a bunch of random stuffs like ready. The other tricky part with that would be the time spent processing all of them. Because again, my time, I wish I could clone myself. Lately my time is like my biggest asset. Also JB, I have a Japanese ocean blue PS2 up in my living room, which I can't bring the camera to. So I have a Japanese ocean blue PS2, which kind of looks like party blue, to be honest. And I have Paradise. In middle school, I believe, or maybe high school, my friend had PS2 Para, and I was like laying in bed one night, like maybe 6 months ago, and I was like looking it up, and I was like, man, I kind of forgot that Para Paradise was only maybe 2 arcade generations worth, and that was it. And then they like canceled it, you know, the Konami curse. So it like triggered something in me that I was like, I really liked playing this. My friend moved back to Japan. I need to like be able to play this again. So I just like went all out and imported a Japanese PS2, but I wanted a cool one that wasn't available in the US. And I did that and got Para Paradise. Oh yeah, I have fallen cursed. I have had the same fate as you with the membranes. When I rush, a lot of times I'll rush to get it for a photo or something, you know, and then the membranes all messed up, and then I go to actually use the thing. Like I said in the last stream, I really only play these in bed. Like I don't have a lot of time in my waking hours of the day. So if I'm like in bed early, which to me lately has been like 1:30, something like that, and I have enough energy to play a game for like 20 minutes, I'll fire up the deck. And yeah, the membranes have been unseated plenty of times. And Jolt, yeah, I don't, so my mod who is not here tonight, he's in a different country and the time zone didn't work out. He is like, since middle school, all about Linux, and I never really I'm like super hardware hackery. Like I did a little bit of stint at schooling with what's it called, nanofabrication, but I never really got into the software side of things. So any help in that front would be awesome. Actually, check this out. Probably not the most exciting thing. My friend, same guy, he's like super Linuxy. He's helping me with this Raspberry Pi e-ink setup to be able to show a little bit of a live view of like my website, and just like, this is something I want to have on my desk that's like, hey, here's my like traffic for the day, sales, you know, things that I need to like, I usually am aware of via my phone, but it would be cool to have just a glanceable thing. Oh, Tycho, this is something I want to have on my desk. JB, I don't know how much you know, we like, you don't know me as well yet. But I lived in Thailand for a little bit, and there was a local arcade that had Tycho, like full on Tycho. And My, if you've ever played My. But yeah, I'm just gonna install this while talking. How about that? Because I would love to get it going. And again, I don't have the top down. I could do this. It's not quite the same. I can actually probably unplug the keyboard at this point. It was like dead beforehand. Maybe I can put it on the keyboard. This is like annoying. I like good enough, not the best. I have a photo background. I was a professional photographer for like 15 years before this, like before doing this full time. And it annoys me that the EOS utility for my top-down cam is not working. Where is my screwdriver? So, sorry this is not the best angle. I just want to get this installed real quick. Because then, on my potential free time, I can at least install Cyberpunk. Again, I installed Cyberpunk when it was brand new. It just came out and then it was terrible. So I did the whole get the refund, etc. And here, how about this little preview of yeah, I'm using a ModMate thing that's not out yet. No big deal. Ooh. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this so I can see the chat as well. Washing machine games are tough. This is a TD Bank
I'm using a mod mate.
thing. I grew up going to like thrift stores and what's it called, like flea markets and stuff, and it's still like it's ingrained in me at this point that I will occasionally, when I go to ship things, I'll stop at the Goodwill, and I was like, I need a wireless mouse. This is a Logitech one. It's a TD Bank one. but yeah, I just want to throw these in real quick because it would be cool to get that install going. Again, I try to be as transparent as possible, and I definitely use the stuff I make. Like, I'm a Steam Deck man. So yeah, I want to have this one back together. It's been a bit. This one's been apart maybe week and a half, I would say. I didn't do a lot, I didn't need photos. Actually, I was coming up with in my head, I was trying to think of a way to live stream a photo shoot for you guys, because that stuff is like second nature to me at this point. But not everyone. Oop, missing a step. Hold on. I thought that'd be kind of cool for you guys to see. Like, hey, here's like a live photo shoot. Some of these like limited releases, I would like to do more themed photo shoots. A lot of times when I'm like making a new product, I think of how I'll present it, like as I'm designing the actual product itself. And oh man, these buttons have been in these cups for a while, so I don't actually know. This is not organized well. Welcome to the chaos. What's up? I have attempted triggers and things. Oh man, did I miss? Hold on. I don't think I missed a membrane, but might as well check. I have attempted it when I was like 6 months of, okay, good. Developing everything. They're a little too annoying, at least for now. It's a 3-part mold, so if you're remotely familiar with resin casting, it's like put this half into this half. Like you kind of encapsulate the button, and it's just kind of, it adds a lot of complexity and time. So I kind of, there's prototypes out there, but I don't think I'm gonna do it, at least not for a while. That, and I know that there's like all the aftermarket shells. I think it's okay. Like, I think the triggers are safe, but definitely never gonna do back buttons, because there's like, JSOX releases a new thing every month. So that would be hard. Oh wow, not paying attention. Hey, has anyone else ever put a screw in the wrong spot when you're installing this? This is like, I do this seriously multiple times a week, but I am not paying attention. Anyway. So when I first launched the site, people were like, hey, I want a green set. And this alien sitting here is a little preview of what's to come. I think I'm going to do that next. That's like the next priority. And then I'm going to also throw up Party Blue. When I first launched the site, people were like, hey, I want a green set. If you are new to the stream, if you just popped in and you didn't see Party Blue yet, it looks like that. It is not focusing. This is a little tough because it's sitting on top of the MacBook. I am very tempted. I'm going to be honest. How I like to work is have a setup for each thing I'm trying to do, because then it is just ready to go. Back in the day, now I'm doing everything from home, but I in the past have rented like separate space to do all this stuff. studios in Philadelphia, some like real shitty warehouses that ended up being converted into workspaces. And that was like while I had a full-time job. Eventually, I'm doing everything from home now. I am fortunate enough to have been able to buy a house, and I converted the entire basement to my workshop. But yeah, in the past, everything was done in like these rented out places, and I forget, I'm like rambling a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm like half focusing on what I'm doing, half chatting. But I forget why I was saying that. Anyway. One day, I'll get used to talking continuously on stream.
Chatting.
If anyone has any like weird questions about the journey that it takes to work for yourself, let me know. It's something I've wanted for a very long time. And I think if you followed me for a little bit, you might see that I definitely thank you guys very often, and it's because you're letting me just kind of let my creativity flow every day.
I think if you followed me for a little bit, you might see that I definitely.
Yo, honestly, DIY stuff is like fine. When I first started the controller thing, word of advice to people trying to start your own business. When I first started color controllers was, let's see if, actually, while we're here, I have my Reddit pulled up from when I was going to show you guys a keycap.
Word of advice to people trying to.
Let me show you.
When I first.
Hello. This is, I'm looking on OBS real quick. This is my Reddit account. Back in the day, I used to airbrush video game controllers, and the whole deal, it was called Color Controllers. And when I first started it, there's a Steam controller. This is like, why did I do that? Oh, look, I said it was embarrassing.
Back in the day, I used to.
When I first started this, I was like learning how to do e-commerce. I was learning how to, like have a presence online in terms of selling people things, etc. Oh, my air compressor just kicked on. I don't know if you hear that. And I very quickly learned that it's stupid. Oh, look. I should send this to that Rogueport guy. I'm going to copy that real quick. He's a GameCube man. He's the one who did. Oh, he did this. If you're looking on the stream. I very quickly learned like it's lame to try to parade yourself as a huge company. There was a lot of like, people being angry. If I'm a human, I'm one guy doing this, and there was a lot of times like people get mad for some reason, like my order's late, stuff like that. And it wasn't like on me. I've always, since the beginning, tried to get things out as quick as possible. A lot of times I don't do pre-orders that often because I hate feeling like I owe people stuff, like I would prefer to just like work in silence and make stuff and then have it available to people versus keep people waiting. But yeah, I very quickly learned working for yourself that parading around as a like big business is dumb and lame. So yeah, here's like a little bit of that. This is my paint work. This is like what I used to do. The name was Color Controllers. It still exists, the name. I'm sort of phasing it out a little bit. But yeah, I used to airbrush video game controllers. I rented a place out in Philly. I built a paint booth. It's all automotive car paint. And I actually still have a couple of these. These are like, obviously a lot of these were for customers, but I kept a couple. Here's my old computer setup. Look how beefy this this Wacom Cintiq is. It's funny because I'm streaming and I'm using a smaller version of this. But this is my old setup. Eventually one of these, this is my first time I had like 2 monitors that matched, and eventually one of these cracked in a move. It like shattered.
It's funny because I'm streaming.
Kind of funny. I made grape soda. Here's a Steam controller. This is for a YouTuber man. His name was Existential Egg, and I'm still in contact with him today. I love that dude. This was as his request, I believe. But yeah. Again, this is a chill stream. We're ranting right now. Here's some look, old IBM Model M. Yeah, here's just like the thing. Guy made a Rooster Teeth controller for one of the Rooster Teeth guys. That was cool. So yeah, oh, kind of funny. Greg Miller, if you know them, IGN guy. He branched off to do his own thing. I'm friends with that guy and made him some stuff. Anyway, yeah. Oh look, the OG Touch Protect. Excellent. Anyway, so I think this was a long-winded rant on not telling everyone that you're a huge company if you're not. That was like 8 years ago, 10 years ago. I don't know, 2013.
Excellent. Anyway, so
I've learned a lot and matured since then. Anyway, I'm still installing this.
that was like 8 years ago, 10 years ago, 2013.
Hey JB, if you're still here,
Anyway,
you run a website. Do you try to pretend that you're a huge company? And yeah, thank you for that paintwork. So like, again, this is like everything I do is stuff that
still here.
I want for myself, you know? Like, I make shit that solves problems that I have, or, you know, I ever since I was like a little kid, I took stuff apart and wanted to make it my own, modify it. So part of the whole painting thing, I started out with spray paint, and that part of that was like, I demanded better. It's why these buttons took so long to come out, because yeah, they could have came out a year ago, but I didn't like, I knew I could do better. So yeah, the paint thing was similar. If I don't know how to do something, I'm not shy to go ask. So a lot of my learning of paint was going to an automotive paint supplier that's over here near Philadelphia, and just asking them. I took some classes, but a lot of it was just showing up and being probably annoying to like the employees. But again, they're working there because a lot of them work there because they enjoy cars and they enjoy like modifying classic cars, etc. So all of this stuff that I do ends up becoming like a little bit of, I guess, an obsession. It's like, hey, I want to know how to do this and I don't know how to do it, so I'm going to ask people and do a lot of trial and error until it's to the point where I think it is presentable. Yeah, it's like, I'm reading the chat at the moment about not pretending. Obviously, there are also downsides with like acting too small time. You know, I'm a person, I'm not like some dude on Etsy that like makes things on his spare time. This is my full-time job. So like, I live and breathe this stuff every day. So there has to be a level of professionalism to it. And I've learned that over time, obviously. Like, all that stuff gets easier once you have been doing it for a while. So like, yeah, I'm quick to say that I'm one person doing this because I want people to realize, like, if I make an occasional mistake or something, like, let me know and I will fix it. Don't be mad at me. Like, I'm a human. But at the same time, I also have to work in a way that makes sense to make a living off of this. And that's why, like, you know, some people will mention the price. I keep an eye on this stuff on like the internet, and I've seen some people like talking a little shit. Not gonna lie, but they always mention the price, and it's like, if I was just like a guy on Etsy doing this, like one set every once in a while, sure, maybe the price is like, I don't know, I guess. Like if I was like some dude on Etsy buying random resin on Amazon that's like pretty terrible and like will be gummy. Actually, this is a good story. My friend recently got a wrist rest for a mouse pad. And I'm not gonna say, or not a mouse pad, for a keyboard. And it was like a small time dude on a Facebook group that was making them out of resin. And it came in the mail, and it's like bendy and it smells bad, and it has air bubbles in it. And like, I would consider that like relatively acceptable if you're just a dude doing this. But you know, I'm in the middle. I'm still one guy doing this, but I am one guy doing this and trying my damnedest to make a living out of it. And like, there has to be a level of professionalism, and I have high standards for myself. So yeah, I don't know, I'm rambling. I've done a drive update on one of the decks. I own two at the moment, because I was realizing I need more than one for photos and stuff. My main, like the one I call my personal Steam Deck, I swapped the drive out. I didn't do the joystick swap because I didn't think I needed to. Mine work fine. And I know the version 1 of the Ghoulie kit or whatever, they had a little bit of issues. So I didn't do that. But I'm not like opposed to it. Where's the back plate? Also, if you're new here, I never put the screws on the back because I take these apart so much, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I originally was gonna dual boot Windows on an SD card, which I did for a little bit. And then I ended up switching to SSD. So that's the only real mod, I guess, aside from buttons, that I've done. This is Party Blue. This is my first time seeing Party Blue actually in the wild, or like installed. Let me show you on here. It's a little better. Here's my POV, everybody. Hold up. That's the only real mod, I guess, aside from buttons, that I've done. Here's Party Blue. This is my first time seeing Party Blue. And I got the waterfall touch protect on there, which I love. Let me show you on here. I like it. I'll probably bring the Party series to other things, or other colors, just because. They're kind of like what people call like evergreen content, I guess, or whatever. Like I plan on having Party stuff in stock a lot because I like it. It's cool. So that's that. It's installed. Hell yeah. Took, I don't know how long. No one was timing me, I'm sure, but. And the battery's dead. So let me plug this in quick, because again, I want to put Cyberpunk on this thing. This was a very impromptu stream, but I did plan ahead, and I got a charger under there. You want to see my dog real quick? She's watching me. That's Opal. Hello. Actually, yeah, so F12. I come from the artisan keycap world, and all right, so I used to do that full time. And I used to be like, man, I'm jealous of people making all this resin cast stuff that's like a bigger surface area, because keycaps felt limiting. They felt like hard to do cool stuff with. And little did I know that Steam Deck buttons actually take even more time, and they're even harder because they're even smaller. So I love that world. One Up Keyboard Bro is here, if you're familiar with him. If not, oneupkeyboards.com. I have a couple of things I bought from him in the past that I have not done anything with. But yeah, I love the keyboard world. I'm like, my main keyboard right now is super lazy. It's a GMMK Pro with like Kiwi switches in it. Keycaps from Amazon. I never like bought group buy keycap sets because I was making artisans. That was like my job. So I always needed a keycap set to match the artisans I was making. So I just bought like $40 Amazon sets to match the set, or to match the keycap I was making. I'm sorry, I'm like cleaning up scraps on here at the moment. Hell yeah, Final 11. What set did you get? And did you send me a photo already? If not, do it, because check this out. Website. Where did I put the keyboard? Sorry, this is again pretty quick. You may have seen I threw a blog up, and it is all customer photos that I got up until this point. So if you want to be thrown on that next one, shoot me an email, a tweet, something like that, and I will throw you in here because it's cool. This one's cool. This is a D-brand skin, I think. Yeah, because he's got the D-brand stick covers. But yeah. So let me know if you send me a photo. This one's cool. This is a D-brand skin, I think. All right, it's plugged in. I'm gonna let it charge for a bit. I guess I'll throw get the install going. I don't actually know if I ever ended up throwing any. Yeah, there's no games installed on this Steam Deck. But again, I got this one 2 Steam sales ago. I know there was a recent Steam sale, like very recently. Oh, I'm not connected to the internet. Hold on. Enable Wi-Fi stream. Oh, I never even set the Steam Deck up. That's like a weird thing to say, but again, I got this one 2 Steam sales. Connection successful. All right. I forget what I was saying. I'll turn the volume down on here in case you hear it. I just want to get Cyberpunk installing. Again, I downloaded it. I bought it yesterday when it was on sale, and I got the original Cyberpunk back when it was really bad, and I got a refund. So I've been watching some videos that it's come a long way. Why is it not? It's not showing up in my library yet. I'll wait. I'll let it charge a little bit. Oh man, yeah, holographic. I've been watching some videos. They're definitely. I plan on releasing them again for sure. I just kind of put them a little bit on the back burner for now because I'm trying my hardest to get the site a little more in stock. I put a bunch of like these blue up throughout this past week. The weekend I did another Party Purple restock, and I did Party Black, and they sold out. And then I threw these up, and I think they're all. Let me use my phone. They may all be sold again. So I'm like trying to do that. I'm trying to like make it so that when people show up, there's nothing. When people show up and there's nothing available, it's like. Who knows if they'll show up again, you know? So I'm trying to like balance that for now. I need to make new molds. I'm looking at my inventory now. Yep. Okay. The blue is officially sold out as well. But yeah, so I'm trying to like do that, prioritize that and these new things a little bit beforehand. I don't know if it's stable at 30. I hope so. I didn't really do a ton of research. I was like, oh, it's on sale. All right, I'm going to get it. And ideally, I'll have time to play it. I know that Starfield has been running pretty poorly. Last night, I threw it on my Windows partition of my Mac Mini. I have the last version of the Intel Mac Mini that has 64 gigs of RAM and an eGPU. So I dual boot Windows. And I threw Starfield on there so I could do the streaming Steam Decky situation. But I'm not sure on Cyberpunk yet. I didn't really do a lot of research. It was like, I know I want this and I don't know when I'll have time to do it, but ideally pretty soon. Let me see. I think I imported some photos. Where is it? Opening Photoshop and Bridge. Computer. I actually made a folder for this. Yeah. One thing I want that's on my list. So here's the timeline. I guess this is a good time to show you the next release. The next, it's gonna be limited, kind of like the Hollow ones. It's like it'll probably come back, but for now, I'm trying to build up a little bit of a stock, and we'll see if people like them. I like them. They're on this deck as a prototype, my personal one. But I'll show you an finished version. So people, when I released the website, green did not exist, and that wasn't on purpose. It was just I was running out of time. So I wanted to do something fun. I have some this is normal green, just lime green. It's cool. I like them. They're super bright. They don't really show up too bright on camera, maybe. Hello. Why is this? Oh, it might be zoomed in. Hold on. Back it up. Yeah. Green. Just standard set green. But I wanted to do some alien themed stuff. Here's an alien. So I came up with this. It is a 3-part, I believe, process. I'm trying to remember. I have to do the front of the molds with some transparent green at a lighter tint, and then I throw glass beads in it that have some color in them, and then I do a backing of glow in the dark with a darker green, and this is the end result. And of course it's not going to show up well on the lighting. Let me see. I think I took photos. All right, let's switch to this. Check this out. This might be a little better to see. So they're cool looking. They glow in the dark. The glow effect is in the back, and I'm gonna call them alien egg or something. Wait. Oh, I forgot I set this up. Hold on, check this out.
They glow in the dark.
All right. Well, all right. That overlay, apparently this OBS overlay in my haste does not have the website capture version. So we will switch back. Anyway, so this is Alien Egg. This is an unedited raw photo that shows you. So there's glass beads inside that have a little bit of a pearlescent opalize effect, and then the front of them is a transparent green.
Anyway, so
that
Alien Egg. This is an unedited raw photo.
These lights are too bright for this particular camera.
So there's glass beads inside.
The top of it, and this is the part you'll see. Obviously, you see it like this. So the top of it is a little lighter green, and then there's a darker green that has a glow pigment inside. And actually, check this out. I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you.
And this is the part you'll see. Obviously, you see it like this.
What is this? A UV pen. What is this? The button. They glow, which is awesome. I play in bed a lot, as you may have known. So for me, having them glow rules. So yeah, this is coming soon. This is the next limited launch I like them. They're cool. They're alien egg. Let me show you some more photos. These are raw photos from the prototype buttons. So the final one's a little more pigmented.
This is coming soon. This is the next like.
But they're cool. I like them.
Launch.
Alien egg. I would maybe do purple. I have blue in the works. That's gonna be like ocean themed, like water. Oop, you saw the next one. I'll show you. And yeah, these are unreleased touch protect. Check this out. They're kind of like waterfall in a way that they do cool stuff.
I have blue in the works. That's gonna be like.
And I threw them on because I've been playing with them a little bit. I like them.
I'll show you. And yeah,
Coming
these are
soon.
unreleased touch protect. Check this out.
They do the like cool waterfall
Kinda like
effect.
waterfall in a way that they do
Whoa.
stuff.
Actually, I wonder if I can find. I think I have a blue set available to show you. A prototype.
They do the like cool waterfall effect. Actually, I wonder if I can find. I think I have a blue set available to show you. A prototype.
Hello. I didn't find it, but I found something else. I think that the prototype set, there was only two, and I think one's in my nightstand. The other one is probably in one of my pockets. So
I didn't find it, but I found.
when I'm like doing all these experimental things or whatever,
I think that the
and I'm like working a lot, things end up in the laundry sometimes, and I'm pretty sure that may be the fate of those blue ones. So the plan was like get the green ones out. Here's a prototype one's installed, but again the lighting is very bright. I have a big orb above me, I have this guy, and then I have that guy. So the lighting is not great. These are a little brighter than the final version in terms of like a lighter green, but they've been on my personal Steam Deck for a little bit. And then yeah, I want to do blue after that as well because I think they'd be cool. Front and back, I could do that. It's a little like not fun to do. not fun. It's just like it's annoying kind of. So I might not do that to the public for like full on the whole Steam Deck kind of thing. Back triggers, yeah, I can do back ones of these, no problem, of the new Touch Protect. But yeah, this is Alien Egg. It's going to be launching alongside little Decky ModMate Alien version, just for fun. And then coming after that, at some point, is also blue. The glass beads, it takes so. Here's another like little behind the scenes. The glass beads are all placed by hand with tweezers. You know, like you can kind of rough them in a little bit, but they definitely require some fandangling to get them cool. So they're a little time consuming too. But again, all this stuff, I'm realizing like I have a lot of things I want to do that are really cool, and a lot of it, the cooler, like the crazier stuff, takes more time, but it's the price you pay to make cool shit, and I'm okay with that, you know. So yeah, these ones, it's like I do a front of a green, very transparent, lighter version, and then I set them in the ball, the glass bead, pearlized glass bead, with a toothpick, kind of, you know, like you can pour some in. They get everywhere, and they grip to the side of the things. Oh, I'll show you the set that I leaked, because that's another. This is the next thing I'm going to show you guys is going to be D-pads only at the moment, and I'll explain why very soon. So yeah, this is like, it's glass bead, and I think this one, again, prototype version. I'm looking at this photo now, and I'm gonna like look at the version in person real quick. I think that was just a hair that's on. Yeah, that's not in the actual button. That was just like some hair on the on the photo. These are unedited raw photos, so they're kind of whatever. Oh, here's that white. Remember earlier, if you stuck around, if you were here for the stream, this is that white, which it should show. Yeah. So there's some of the flake. I was having trouble showing you Arctic white flake, and this is not cast into it. And if it is, that will not, that won't be in the final ones for sale. Because again, quality assurance, you know. So this is Arctic white, which I will be releasing as well. These ones, I'm trying to get these out this week, actually. Tomorrow I'm going to be sanding a bunch of them. I need to shoot photos of them, and I want to do something like fun. Like, I have a bit of a like standards, I guess you would say. You know, so to keep the website consistent, I came up with like, this is the main image, this is this, all that kind of stuff. But for fun one, you know, like for like limited versions like this, I want to do like creative stuff. This is, you know, my background, my professional background before this was as a photographer. So I want to do some of that, you know? So I would like to do like a little bit of an alien thing with these. Actually, hold on. This is throwback. It's reminding me of something. Let's see. I'm back on my Reddit account. I did an alien themed keycap a little bit ago, and I went all out making a video. I did like so much stuff for this one. It was a UFO themed keycap. Let me pow. This is a Reddit. This is a flying saucer themed alien keycap that I made. And I went all out with this thing. Like, I'm probably not going to do that with this photo set because it took a while. But I like literally, I was in New Mexico, living in New Mexico at the time. And I like made a video. It's on here. It's on this channel you're watching right now. I flew like 2 drones. This was I woke up really early in the morning to get a sunrise. This was flying 1 drone out in the mountains, like took a hike, and flew a drone, and then I flew an FPV drone. And this isn't like some DJI style. It was like an analog. I built it kind of drone to make like, oh, alien, you know. I was out west. This was like, I don't know. I guess I was inspired by like the desert and alien things. So I would love to do like something kind of creative for this button set, but I don't think I'll go all out. I'm not going to go like fly a drone. I don't have time. But yeah, I would love to do cool shit like this for these like little special edition versions, you know, alien egg. I would like to get these out end of the week maybe, or early next week. I'm gonna stock up a little bit more than the latest restocks on these guys. So I just pulled this cup actually out of the pressure pot before I went live. I'm gonna do another round tonight. If the stream doesn't go super late, and if it does, I might still do another round. But yeah, it's the time-consuming part of these ones is placing the glass beads with a tweezer. Takes a while, but they're cool. I like them. I was like indifferent about them at first. I love the glowing effect on them, and I think they're cool. This is not a good representation of the glow. But yeah, those are those. I guess we'll move on to the next thing. Again, this is starting as D-pads only, and I'll explain why. These will probably come up pretty quick. I have like one idea for a photo shoot for these. I'm looking. Oh yeah. Check this out. This is a throwback to the original Steam controller. These are real sprinkles thrown in a D-pad. Here is the photos of those. So you want to see what they look like installed. Here's what they look like installed.
This is a throwback to the original Steam controller.
This is
These are real
sprinkles in a Steam Deck. And I think I might have a set on my Steam controller.
Here's what they look like installed.
Okay, I have like sort of, this Steam controller has seen some shit. So I have some in my original Steam controller, only on these two buttons here. But I wanted to bring that, it was kind of like a personal thing. I wanted to bring it to the Steam Deck, and I'm gonna do full sets of these as well. But they gave me a little bit of issue, and I'll explain why. So here is a full set, fresh out of the mold, and they look okay, right? But if you zoom in, which I don't know if this camera will capture, probably won't. It's like a little, the sprinkles kind of like make the surface not what I would prefer. I'll just say that, you know. So for full sets, like I'm gonna release D-pads for now, and then refine this, because as I said earlier, I don't want to release junk, you know. So like I have this cup that just spilled a little bit. I have this cup of ones that like I could probably get a couple usable sets out of it, maybe. But I don't want to release junk, you know. I'm sorry. So like the theme of this seems to be you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, but it's for good reason. So yeah, so let me school you on resin casting. These basically, like what I did for these and why it did not work is I put the sprinkles in the mold first, and then I dropped the resin in. And what that does is it doesn't leave a lot of space between the front, like where you actually press the button, and the sprinkle itself. So resin wasn't able to get underneath there as much as I would have liked, which made the texture, which I worked very hard on, you know, matching the Steam Deck, like making it feel good in the hand. The texture is just, it's not what I want. So full sets coming, but D-pads first, because D-pads, they all came out fine. And there's been some I threw out, but like I have, I think, roughly 10 D-pads that'll probably go up relatively soon, within a couple days, day or two. I want to edit the photos. I really want to like take a, I want to take like an ice cream sundae and like put these in it for a photo shoot, which maybe not is, it might not be my best use of my time, but I don't know, I like it. It's like a full idea thought out, you know. So D-pads coming on these guys. I'll show you, here's like some of the photos. These are raw images, unedited, straight from the camera, so they're just kind of all right. I don't know, I like it. It's like a full idea thought out. So D-pads coming on these guys. I do want to do a live stream of shooting photos. That's like that was a huge part of my life that I still use to this day for the website. And I think it'd be fun to share that with you guys. Like, you know, nowadays it seems like everyone's a photographer. So, but it would be cool to show you like that side of the shop. And these aren't like, you know, these are like my standard. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to shoot what I can real quick to get them up kind of thing. That'll be awesome if you grab a set. I want to see these put in people's Steam Decks that aren't my Steam Deck. Oh, and fun fact, in these photos, you can't really tell from this angle. There's no like L2 trigger installed, and I don't even know if the back of I think the back was slammed on. But when I do like just the D-pad, this is like specifically for the D-pad, I don't even like fully throw the thing back together because, again, time. So yeah, it will be a full set. Dustin, I actually was experimenting before I made the site live with like Control Freak style thumb grips. I have a really good idea. In my mind, it's a really good idea for something like that. And it just boils down to time. In the meantime, I just bought the Skull & Co. ones. But on the back burner, I really want to I want to get that idea out at some point. And yeah, they do look like sugar cookie because they are real sprinkles. They actually are real. Another experiment that is in the works is just like the copper. This is real aluminum. Very fine aluminum powder. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. It is like the finest aluminum powder you've ever seen. Ground up and put in a mold. And then these particular ones, these are prototypes. So how that works is you throw a bunch of aluminum in there, and then you also mix it in with the resin. So the back of it, it's still resin. It's still like a plastic, but it has real aluminum. That can be sanded, it can be polished like metal, because it's real metal. It's real. It's a real, you know, it's real. I don't know how much else to say with that. So these are in the works. It's another thing I've been working on. This is an unsanded, unpolished kind of thing. I just got that powder from my supplier this week. I don't remember exactly when. And I kind of like threw it in a pressure pot because I thought it'd be fun. And I'm excited about these. I think like, I don't know. It's cool to me. I know I've been in contact with one company, and I don't know if this will be a thing in the future, because it may require some sort of Kickstarter-y pre-order type deal. But I've been in talks with a company that can make D-pads out of full CNC, like full metal D-pads. This is cold cast, it's called. It's still real metal, but it's infused with resin, whereas these would be like fully machined out. But it's roughly $5,000 to like just for D-pads, by the way. So I don't know if there's enough demand, but that's like in my head of like that'd be really cool. But I don't know if that will ever become a reality. Maybe, you know, if there's enough backers and whatever. Like if I could set that up and people actually would do it, and it would actually work. The challenge with that is I get them the molds, I get everything made, and then it like doesn't work for some reason, and then you're out $5,000. So that's like a big maybe, but from what I can do myself, this is pretty damn cool. And the copper is also really cool. The copper feels heavy. Aluminum's lighter as a material in general, and I think it's cool. I can do nickel as well, and there's one other that my supplier has. but I like that, and it's cool.
And the copper is also really cool.
What else do I have?
Aluminum.
I have
material in general.
basic. Oh, actually,
I can do nickel as
cool.
well, and
it was in this cup the whole time. The blue. Oh, copper PLA. Does that destroy your nozzle by any chance? This is like, it's a mess, but here's a couple of my printers. They have these guys
the blue.
on them at the moment. Well,
Oh,
that one
copper
does. The other
PLA.
one is,
Does that
I
destroy
need new bearings on the right one. So, and then there's another one, mini laser. There's a lot of stuff down there. And then I have a SLA set up in the other room. But yeah, does copper PLA shred the hell out of your nozzle? I've never like printed with like glow in the dark or anything, because it's just like then I have to get a new nozzle every once, or like get one of those, like I think the Olsen Ruby nozzle is like maybe good, maybe bad. I don't know. I just never like got a hardened steel or that Ruby one, which might be a gimmick. I'm not sure. What kind? Do you have steel or do you have the Olsen Ruby, which again may be a gimmick? In the meantime, check this out. These are the ones I was looking for earlier. This is like the ocean version, which will not show up great on this camera. This is a Sony ZV-1. So it's not going to show up well. But in person, they're pretty cool. I like it. If you were around for the beginning of the stream, I've been trying. It's surf season is in full effect in New Jersey, which I have to drive to go surf with friends. So yeah, I don't know. Summer isn't over in my mind. So so this is a fun ocean themed version. And it is not showing up on camera, but you get the idea. Blue version of the pearlized effect. Just picture the green pearlized effect, which looks like this, but with blue. Also glows in the dark, by the way, because that is, I love that. I've got a couple of spare random D-pads I'll be throwing up as well. Blue, just blue. Again, trying to not waste materials, so if I have a free mold, I will throw some excess that I mixed and throw it up as a D-pad, because you never know what someone might want if they're coming up with an idea for their own deck. Oh, I'm still in zoomed in mode.
Again, trying to not waste materials, so if I have a free mold.
Thankfully, I haven't crashed into my bed quite yet. I've had those printers maybe 4 years, I would say. I'm like tempted to get a bamboo, but I don't know. I'm like a little bit of a Prusa fanboy. Actually, it's funny. Joseph Prusa posted on Twitter the night before the new Bamboo Mini printer came out. He released an alpha firmware for the Prusa Mini, and it has input shaping. It's like faster and all that stuff. And I commented and I was like, hey, I have a Mini. I don't use it all the time. It's not my like main, it's not in my main like farm, I guess you would call it. And you know, like between colored controllers and the button thing, I like had another business that I tried and I scrapped, and it was like running those 3D printers all the time. And so I commented, I was like, hey, I don't have my Mini is like not my main printer anymore. Should I throw that alpha firmware on there? And he actually commented on it, which was cool. He like replied to me. So Prusa fanboy, I screenshotted it and sent it to my friends. Anyway, Revo nozzle. Ooh, that might be a move that I should do. Actually, I have I forget who makes it. I bought a new hot end for the Mini, the Prusa Mini, and it's been in a box ever since. Bondtech. And it's not like a hot swappy kind of thing, but when I bought the Mini, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a Bondtech extruder, all that stuff, and I never threw it in yet because it's worked fine. So I never went for it, but that might be kind of the way to go with these. These are i3 MK3 S pluses, so they're not the 4, the new, but they work well. Oh man, I don't know when the Deck 2 will come out, but I will gladly be first in line, just like these ones. I got Wave 1, like the first shipment of the first Steam Deck. And I was in my old studio that I was renting out with that business I just mentioned that did not do well. Big money pit on that one. But I pre-ordered the Steam Deck, like my friend was over visiting in Philly, and I like went crazy. Refreshing. I think I had my laptop, my shipping computer, which is like an old iMac, and then my phone. We were refreshing like, all right, when's the pre-order live? And I managed to get in on Wave 1 shipment, like the first or the second shipment, like very early on with the Steam Deck. Refreshing. I think I had my laptop, my Ender 3 Max. I have a friend. We're lucky enough to live like within worthy driving distance of a micro center, and I have a friend who he just moved down here from Florida, and he's been wanting to get a 3D printer again. When he moved, he was like, he had like a stock Ender 3 that he was like, I just gave it to a friend, so he wants to get maybe a Max, or I forget what that new, it's like the fully enclosed one that they made. He might get one of those. So we will see. I'm like still tempted on a Bamboo. My friend, I don't know if I'll bring up the text. My friend Jordan, he just got a second Bamboo. I got him into 3D printing, and he got a Prusa. And then his shop's doing all right, and he just got his second Bamboo in the mail and set it up. So like, I don't know. I'm like tempted. I don't think they're as great as Prusa, but they're kind of cool. I like the idea of having an enclosure, and building an enclosure for those two is like, I could do it, but I don't know. I'm slowly getting swindled by everyone talking about Bamboo. So we'll see. I don't really have a real like reason to buy them yet. I have a couple of ideas, like a expansion on these kind of things that I'll like bring to light at some point, but then maybe I'll have a reason to run the printers more often. Ooh, not that one. This one is St. David's, PA. I've been to the New Jersey one once. I also have been to, there's 2 in Atlanta. Before I moved back to Pennsylvania, I lived in Atlanta for a little bit, and I kept going to all those ones. There's like, we were lucky because there was 2 where I lived. It was in the city, and there was 2 that were like the same distance away. So it was like, if this one doesn't have it, I'll just go to the other one, and I would stock up. But I should make a Jersey trip soon, like on one of the surf trips maybe. That'd be kind of nice. I've been eyeing a Ubiquity piece of Ubiquity server racky type deal, and I've been like almost pulling the trigger on it for a long time, and I'm like, maybe I'll get that, and that might be my next Micro Center trip at some point. We'll see. I'm looking. I mean, the rest of these cups is just restocks. So, green, party black. This is proof that I am working in silence and just trying to keep everything in stock. Oh man, wait, are you from Atlanta or like Georgia by any chance? I'm cleaning my desk. Oh man, wait, are you from Atlanta or like Georgia? I have to like get used to streaming and remember to drink water. Yeah, so those were like, I lived like in Atlanta proper for I don't know how many years, couple, 3, maybe 4. I did like the whole movie industry thing, which was like most people in Atlanta. It seems like, you know, everyone's from out of town. And yeah, where was I? I was in East Atlanta for a while. I moved to like, it wasn't Buckhead. It was Cheshire Bridge area, if you know where that is. And then I moved to I'm like blanking on the neighborhood. It was, what was it? Oh, Reynoldstown, which was awesome. If you're close enough to be able to go to what is that coffee shop? Hodgepodge. Please go to Hodgepodge for me. Because I miss Hodgepodge. It was so good. Photo me. Like, again, I was in Atlanta, like, mostly doing photo stuff. That's where the keycap stuff started. I had some photos for sale at Hodgepodge, which was kind of cool. That's like East Atlanta, and they have one like heading towards, going away from East Atlanta towards like, I forget, Midtown. I'll say hi to New York the next time I'm there for you. I'm gonna check. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can install Cyberpunk. Move the cups out of the way. I'll say hi to New York the next time. Also, if anyone is familiar with stream stuff, I'm kind of like, obviously I want to do more of this because I don't have a lot of time to like, I have footage on my phone and on the handheld camera. Where in my head I'm like, I want to make a YouTube video, but it's never like, it doesn't, that video is not second nature to me, so it's not ever like super planned out, and then I don't have time to edit usually. So I feel like live streaming is a good way to just be like, hi, I'm checking in here. Here's like what I've been working on. So if anyone has like live stream gear suggestions, right now I'm running, this is a USB Rode mic. Everything's running off an MacBook Pro. And to have the background music, it's a little annoying. I have to do a virtual, what is it? It's like a virtual audio device thing. It's just like kind of janky. And I think it'd be cool to like run everything through a mixer and do it a little better. So if anyone has suggestions, let me know. Yo, what part of New York? Are you from the city? Everyone's from New York. East Coast check-in. Everywhere is expensive to live. Yeah, at least that's what it seems. I don't know why it's not, Cyberpunk's not showing up in my library, and I don't know why. Oh! The Steam Deck is offline. That's why. Everywhere is expensive. Even though it's connected, I'm just gonna restart it. All right, we're loading. We are restarting. Even though it's connected. I have family from Long Island. Actually, my dog, not the one I showed earlier, my other one who has since passed away, he was from Long Island. His name was Hank. I'll show you what he looked like. Oh, hold on. I'm like moving windows around because he's the computer background. But I will. Oh, you know what? I can show you on Bridge, I bet. Come on, Bridge. This computer is strictly work. So I don't like know where everything is instinctively. I'll just show you the desktop, whatever. This is Hank. He's from Long Island. Let me pull up the... Pooh! That's Hank. This is him in New Mexico. Again, we were traveling around a bit, movie industry stuff. So we were in New Mexico for a little bit, and we took him to sand dunes, and that was like literally his favorite day ever. It was awesome.
That's Hank. This is him in New Mexico.
Oh no. Westchester County. I think I can picture where that is. I mean, anywhere in New York is expensive. Even like forever ago, the taxes in New York, sales tax and stuff, was like quite a bit. Oh, Cyberpunk popped up. All right, I'm gonna download this. New to library, install. Oh no. All right, I gotta manage my storage. Ooh, this might not work on a stock 64 gig Steam Deck. Look at this. This is lame. I was like, oh yeah, I'll be able to install Cyberpunk. This is a stock Steam Deck with literally, I've never put a game on this one. And there's not enough free space.
Look at this. Lame.
Maybe I will do a hard drive swap. The last SSD I got was on eBay. Do I do that again? Man, that's annoying. I could put it on an SD card, but that's like not good. I'm trying to think if there's any cool stuff I can show you guys. So part of what I was thinking, as I was like contemplating streaming all week, I was gonna move all of this stuff, maybe not the lights, but like a camera, another camera, computer, microphone, all that to the like resin casting area. Okay, so the Moonlight stream. Funny you say that. Last night, I was finally done working. I don't remember if I tweeted it or not. I was finally done working, and I was like, all right, I'm going to set up a way to play Cyberpunk. And the partition on my Mac that has Windows was full. and all that's on that partition now, like I uninstalled Call of Duty, I uninstalled Destiny, and the only other thing that's on there that takes up space is Sound Voltex, which is a music game. This guy. And I didn't want to uninstall this, so I don't know. I'm at a weird spot where all my hard drives seem to be full, so I gotta make a decision here. That Mac, that's like my main, my tower, I would call it. You know, my desktop setup. It's where I like ship orders from, answer emails. Like I love having a setup that's always there, always ready to go. And it's kind of showing its age. I would like to replace it, but not quite yet. In time. But maybe I'll suck it up and throw an SSD in here in this one. It's weird because like this one is, you know, I bought it on the one sale. Ooh, it has an update. Beta client. Has anyone ran that 3 point whatever alpha yet? I'm gonna update this. All right, that one's updating. I'm gonna check the other one while I'm here. It is loading. This is also not second nature, having having the mic. Yeah, I don't know. This one is like basically has one game on each partition, which I don't particularly love either. I should have went with a terabyte. I did from 64 to 512, and it's like, obviously that was kind of a mistake, but we'll see. But yeah, I guess like a little recap for the stream is this week, the rest of the week. Today is Wednesday. Well, Wednesday night. Oh, now it's Thursday. It's over midnight. I'm gonna work tomorrow. I'm gonna work on the alien egg. These guys that I showed off. I would like to get enough of these ready to release, and ideally by the weekend they will be released. Maybe Monday at the latest. Ideally. And I want to throw, miscellaneous D-pads. I'm looking over at what I got. Expect these guys to show up pretty soon. I mean, most of the photos are shot. I'm like, I would love to do a creative one. But like I said earlier, maybe I'll just... Perfection is the enemy of good enough or whatever. So maybe these will just show up anyway. And then when it comes time for the full sets, I'll do the creative shot on those. I want new photos for my home screen on the website. I think that would be cool. Alien Egg, I like them, man. I love anything glow in the dark, but again, you've heard me say this. You're an OG. The anything glow in the dark is like awesome because I play my Steam Deck mostly in bed. 130 to 140, that's not bad. My 512, I got it for like, I think it was like $40, $60. It was something on eBay, I could check. But I was kind of like skimping even then. It was kind of like, I don't know, I was like in the midst of sinking a shit ton of money into getting these buttons going. I had to buy like a couple 3D printers, and they were the DLP ones, and like pressure pots, all the materials to like, it was just like to get this thing live was like, I think it ended up being like a little under 10 grand. So I didn't want to like, even though something as dumb as an SSD, I was like, I'm gonna maybe not do that right now. So I got 512. That was my compromise to myself. But yeah, maybe for this one, I don't know. It's tough because this is like my main Steam Deck. I actually play with this one. This one is like for photos. I rip it apart all the time. So it's hard. I would maybe have to like do the shuffle, throw the 512 from this one into this one, and then like revamp my main one. That might be the way to go. Yeah, 2 terabytes seems nice, to be honest. I wonder if that's something I can get at Micro Center, if that's like not the best use of money. You know what I mean? Like I could get it online, maybe cheaper. But I've been wanting to go to Micro Center. So I don't know.
I wonder if that's something I can get at Micro Center, if that's like not the best use of money. You know what I mean? Like I could get it
Andrew, did you do what I did and throw a matte screen protector on them? Because it's basically the same thing. These both have matte screen protectors on them, but they were 64 gigs and it's fine. Like, you'll get people online being like, oh, the colors or the sharpness. Like, obviously anything matte, it's not going to be as sharp, but like,
basically the same.
it is not noticeable, at least in my book.
These both have matte screen protectors on them, but they were 64 gigs and it's fine. Like, you'll get people online being like,
oh, also,
colors.
I missed it.
Like,
This just turned on.
matte, it's not going to be as sharp, but like,
What is your startup animation? Did anyone do a non-stock startup animation? I had this plan and I still might do it, but again, it's like one of the ideas that's on the back burner is I want to make a startup animation for each touch protect and then have it like just for free online. So you could like have a matching touch protect and then the startup animation match. I thought that'd be so cool. Man, that would be I don't know. That's like I've had that idea for like 6 months at least.
have it for free online.
Where'd you get them from? The Touch Protect. These are gonna come out pretty soon. If you do order them, like when they go live, send me a note in the comments of your order. Just like remind me. That's one thing I want to tell everyone or like make clear.
If you do order them,
I am very busy every day, and I juggle a lot of things, and I have a lot of side conversations going on. So it's okay to like ping me more than once or whatever, you know, or remind me of things. So yeah, if you do end up ordering these, let me know. Be like, yo, I'm from the stream. I had the original Hex or whatever. And that's cool. Please do that. Ooh, that's a good Matrix boot. I like that. Did they add anything new to the point shop? I got these when they first, I guess I could check now. I got them when they first made them available, but I have a lot of points. And it would be nice to do. Animation load. Ooh. I did not know that existed. So, software side, I haven't really like dove into going all out with this. Just again, time. So, I'm gonna look that up in bed on my phone. That would be nice to look up. Again, this is like, this is the benefit of doing a live stream and just talking to you guys, is I can also learn some stuff. I wonder on the back end, I need to Google this. I'm gonna like put a note in my phone. It would be cool if I could just load stuff to the Decky back end, and like you guys could just get them, so I don't have to be like, hey, go to this Dropbox and then here's a video. Like whenever I eventually do the Touch Protect matching thing, if anyone would even care about that. I mean, I think it's cool, but I don't know if other people think it's cool. But again, just like another option. Decky plugin for animation. I'm ready. Notes in my phone.
If anyone would even care about that, I mean,
but yeah, again, like I have a lot of side conversations throughout my day, and I try my hardest to, you know, like, you're all homies in my book, you know, so I try my hardest to like keep up with that, but occasionally I may miss things. I'll look on Reddit, you know, I always Google, or I always like look on Reddit in case someone's posted, hey, I got my buttons in, and that kind of thing, and I try to like say hi. If anyone sees that kind of stuff out in the wild and I may have missed it, let me know. There's a Discord I know, a Steam Deck Discord, which I pop into occasionally. It's not under the like Color Controllers brand or whatever. So that one I don't look at a ton, but I do know that some people occasionally post on there. I've seen like Touch Protect pop up on there before, which I was like, man, this is cool. Anytime that kind of stuff pops up naturally when I'm just like browsing my phone in my off time is like really fun and exciting to me. It's like, it's cool. I like that idea. I may do that. I do know 3D now, so, and I do have a 3D version of him, so that may have to happen. I'm gonna have to look up this, like the whole Decky thing. Oh yeah, what's my I don't even know what the suspend. I'm assuming it matches the turn on animation. I'm looking now. Oh no, it's just the blink one. I gotta change that. Both of these have the same boot one. I'm just gonna turn this one off. This one will just charge because this one, I should probably charge this one because this is the one I actually use.
oh no, it's just the blink one. I gotta change that. Both of these have the same.
I'm wondering if I have anything like I'm like looking around the room to see if there's any cool stuff to show you. I don't remember if I showed this the very first stream, a giant version of the Steam button. It's got these like frog eyes because at that convention I went to, I wore it as a necklace. So it was kind of, you know, a way to like, hey, I have a Steam Deck. What is that? And I'd be like, I'm making buttons. They're not out yet. Here's what they look like. Kind of, you know, like a conversation piece. But I have an idea for these. Again, when will it happen? I don't know. But it's not like I'm not gonna like make necklaces like this. But I have an idea. I'm gonna like pop open the Steam store real quick and see what we got. What has changed? I don't know if this will show.
I have an idea.
Nope. I don't know what's happening with this one. My dream streaming setup would be like a camera like switcher, like a video switcher. Not software based, like I can press a button. That would be... Oh, here we go. I was in Starfield and I think I turned this off when it was streaming from the PC. So I'm just gonna exit that. Library. Oh no, it'd be store, right? Not library. Loading.
I think I turned this off when it was streaming.
I feel like I did this on the computer last time.
Oh no, it'd be store, right? Not library.
Is this something I can do via the Steam Deck?
Loading. I feel like I did
This is like a terrible camera angle. Hello, this is my screen.
Is this something I can do via the Steam Deck?
Maybe. No, that's all games. I will do this later. I don't want to bore you, but again, this was a very like chill stream. I didn't really have any plans. Let's see. I'm going back to those photos. I could live edit some photos. Not the most exciting thing. Actually, so my bottom screen here is a Wacom tablet, a Cintiq, if you're familiar. And I don't know if that's like cool. It's also not color calibrated, so I don't really know. I'm like kind of flying blind here. Yeah, I think I'll just do this on the PC. It seems easier. I have...
It's also not color calibrated.
I don't... I'm checking now. Oh, it's not set up. Okay, so... Again, this would be real cool if...
Yeah, I think I'll just do this.
So I'm moving the pen down. If I had my above camera, I'm moving the pen down and it's opposite. So I need to go into Wacom settings and change that.
Oh, it's not set up. Okay. So,
Oh, come on.
Again, this would be real cool if so I'm moving the pen down. If I
Do
have
I?
my-
Ooh, you know what? I don't even think I have Wacom installed on here on this. That used to be on every computer I had always. Wacom install. I guess I could edit with a mouse. I'm just being dumb.
You know what? I don't even think I have Wacom.
Pow! This is a... Here's a photo. I will crop it.
Computer I had always.
Again, I came up with like a little bit of a... This is what the first angle will look like. This is whatever. And I don't ever like Photoshop stuff to like, you know, make anything fake.
Photo. I will crop
What I learned from my real estate photography part of my photo career was
This is what the first
don't like it's not cool to like fake stuff. Obviously, I don't want to like. I need to manage your expectations. I don't want to like, hey, here's like this thing you think you're gonna get, and it looks completely different. Obviously, like everyone's monitor, their phone, whatever they're looking at these photos on will look different. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna like overly Photoshop these to the point where it's like not real, you know? So just clean them up a little bit. And I try to shoot stuff. What I learned in my photo career was like I did a lot of things in this photo career. And one of them was strictly editing. But I've learned that I don't really want to I want to shoot stuff to where I don't have to edit them too much. So that's the plan. I guess this is good. I'm getting work done. So I don't know if this is exciting or entertaining to you guys, but I don't have a ton of things to show you at the moment.
So that's the plan.
If you have questions, let me know. Cool photo editing stream. Very exciting. I'm gonna have to look at these on my main computer afterwards because I don't know if the color's right. But in the meantime, get a little stuff done. I'm gonna have to look at these on my main computer afterwards because I don't know if the color. Here's how you make stuff pop. Desaturate the blacks. But in the meantime, get a little stuff done. Very, very fun. And I use a lot of keyboard shortcuts because if you've worked with a program long enough, you know to do that or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if anyone's watching anymore, to be honest. I could be talking to no one and I would not even notice. I wonder, it'll be cool to look at the stats of this stream and see how many people showed up from the emails and stuff. I think that initial, like, here's the first URL thing or whatever was kind of not great. I wonder, it'll be cool to look at the stats of this stream and see who showed up from emails and stuff. I think that initial, like, here's the first... I have a friend in Philly named Josh. He popped into the last stream. That sometimes does photo edits live. I have a friend in Philly named Josh. He popped into the last stream. That sometimes does photo edits live. If anyone has a link to an SSD that's like not $1 million, let me know. Or drop it in the chat and I'll take a look. A Steam Deck SSD, not like a computer one, obviously. If anyone has a link to an SSD that's like not $1 million, let me know. Or drop it in the chat and I'll take a look. Steam Deck SSD. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm doing this quick, but I will look over these. On a real computer, not a MacBook. Yeah, I'm doing. If this angle looks familiar to you, it's because the knockoff Touch Protect people have stolen this image a million times. May I remind you, Touch Protect was the very first Steam Deck accessory on the market. If this angle looks familiar to you, it's because... Yeah, they all started using this angle, and then I was like... They not even using the angle, they were starting to use, like, the actual photo I shot, and it got old, and I was like, all right, this is now lowering my it like I didn't want to associate with that, so
Yeah, they all started using this angle.
I bailed.
They not even using the angle, they were starting to use like the actual photo I shot.
Ah.
It got old.
Yeah, wrong gradient.
This is now lowering my it like I didn't want to associate with that, so I bailed.
Oh, I made a group. Oops. Hello, this is me editing photos really quickly. Just like a little bit, not too much. There we go. Exciting. Oops.
Exciting.
Pow. That's how you edit a Steam Deck pic. If anyone has ideas for future streams, let me know. I have one idea that I want to do at some point, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to make that happen.
If anyone has ideas for future streams, I have one idea that I want to do at some point, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to make that happen.
I'm looking. I'm trying to see if there's a way to see even how many people are here. If you're new and you haven't subscribed, throw a sub on there. I once I get like the time to start making videos again, I would love to try to speed run getting a YouTube play button. The controller thing, I was like working on building a channel up, and I was releasing videos every week. And then when I was like, I should do my like professional photo life, I deleted the channel, and now I kind of regret it. So it'd be cool to try to work towards that again. That'd be fun. So throw a sub if you haven't already. I know it gets annoying if people like how many YouTube videos have you watched where they're like, hey guys, you don't even know me, here, subscribe, like go through like a minute long thing. I don't want to do that, but it'd be cool if you throw a sub to me.
I know it gets annoying if people like how many YouTube videos have you
I'm checking
watched where
Twitter.
they're like, hey guys, you don't even know me, subscribe.
I don't know how to check how many people are here. It seems like the chat's kind of dying, and I'm like, that's fine. It's 12:30 my time. I'm looking. Man, I really should do the like 5 minutes of research to see how like the ins and outs of YouTube streaming.
Man, I really should do the like 5 minutes of research to see how
I'm looking.
like, the ins and outs of YouTube streaming.
Oh, analytics, maybe? Yeah, I don't even know if anyone's here anymore. Anyway, well, I don't know. I don't know what else to show you guys. If you have any questions, I'll like stick around for, I don't know. What is it? The time? I'm checking the time. I'll stick around for 5 minutes. Let's call it like 12:45 or something. And if anyone's still here and they want to say something, let me know. I will hang And then I will attempt to maybe get some sleep. I don't think I'll throw another set in. Oh, someone is here. Hell yeah. 145. You know, inland stuff's like not bad. I actually use inland PLA plus for a lot of my stuff. And that is understandable. I understand that not everyone is on this weirdo sleep schedule that I'm on, which is like go to bed at like 1:30, 2, sometimes 3, and then wake up at like 9:30, 10, I don't know. That kind of thing. 8 would be ideal, but not always the case. At least lately, the last like 2 weeks. It gets like later and later, and then it's like, all right, I need to audit my sleep a little bit better. 2 terabyte. I wonder if I can get away with a 1 terabyte. It's hard to like. This is another maybe. I don't know if it's not bad, but I'm so like focused on keeping this like. I have a lot of ideas for this. So it's really hard for me to spend money on personal things that aren't related to this. You know what I mean? It's like, and maybe that might not resonate with people that don't work for themselves, but when you work for yourself and nothing is promised, it's hard to like get out of your comfort zone, I guess. Like I can spend money on myself, that's fine. But it's so hard to spend money on like things that aren't related to this sometimes, because I'm like, I want to do this. I have this idea. Like, I don't know. But I mean, a hard drive would be kind of fun. Maybe I'll do that. I do have good internet. I have maybe I'll do 1 terabyte because I have gigabit here, and I have like a full network. It's all Ubiquity stuff that I built or whatever, so it's fast. So maybe that's the move. Oh yeah, so that, Dustin, that's another reason why I was like, maybe I'll start this. You know, I didn't rush to do this at like 5 p.m. my time or 6. You know, another reason why I like kept tweeting like I might stream tonight and then not doing it was like by the time it would be 8 p.m. I'd be like, oh, I have to set this up and what, you know, like I would kind of like lose steam. But I like doing them a little bit later because like people on the East Coast are home, they're not commuting and stuff, and then people on the West Coast like you can still like, you're not at work, or maybe you're leaving work, but like you can maybe throw it on, you know. So like, I don't know, around 8-ish, 8:30, something like that is kind of nice, a nice middle ground. It's the same reason like when I launched the website, I was like, all right, noon is pushing it your time, but East Coast noon is okay. And I was like, I'm gonna do it at noon. The Verge article, that was a big deal with the day one, and he's in the West Coast, and I didn't want to like, hey, wake up super early or whatever. Ooh, dude, Unify stuff is so cool. It was like one of my like, if I ever buy a house, I want to do Unify stuff, and I don't even have like a crazy setup by any means. The next thing I need to get, I'm still running a Cloud Key version 1, which I got on Facebook Marketplace, but it was like better than a Docker container of the Unify OS running on a Chromebook, you know? But my next, like, the reason I really wanted to go to Micro Center recently is I think I want to get a Dream Machine SE and like start building that side of it up. I have outdoor access points. I have like the hockey puck things, but man, Ubiquity stuff is so good. It's like, I don't do that for work. But it was kind of a goal of mine to like eventually build a network rack. And I thought I'm going to make it look all cool, but like it's a little messy right now. I think when I get the Dream Machine is when I will probably redo the wiring. I want to like make it look cool. It's wall mounted. That's a plus. And yeah, I want to go the Unify Protect route because I don't want to rely on cloud stuff for that. I don't have cameras indoors. I think that's weird, at least for me. But, you know, if I ever travel, it'd be nice to have some camera stuff. And Dustin, I've noted that. That's kind of what I was thinking with the stream stuff. It's like, I might miss some of the East Coast people maybe, or maybe they're just like dicking around after dinner, you know? So it seems like a good time, 8 p.m. onward. I already stay up late, so why not? Oh, and the Unify Protect cameras, they were like sold out all the time for a while. I browsed the Ubiquity Unify, whatever it is, subreddit, and it's the people like doing installs for a living. And for a little bit last year, I feel like they were like, I can't get any cameras, and they were having to buy the like ones that people were flipping for a little more. But I think that's calmed down now. I don't know. That's on the list of like ideally later. Maybe if I like turn into a YouTuber man and get YouTuber money, I will gladly build a Unify stuff. Yeah, baby cat. That's like a good. That's a good reason. I have like a couple Wise cameras and stuff, but they're fine. I don't know. They serve a purpose, but I also have a driveway monitor, like a inductive coil, that I buried at the end of my driveway, like kind of like what people use, what like a stoplight senses a car. You know, this is like the stuff I wanted to do forever. So I threw one of those on my driveway, and it alerts me if there's ever a car pulling up, which was really cool at first, because when you first get a house, there's all these like weirdos that come over and they're like, hey, I saw on the listings you just bought this place, and they're like, you know, they're trying to get like, you want a new roof, you want, you know, all the like weird stuff. So having an inductive coil is not maybe something someone would initially think of when getting a house, but it was something I was like, I want to do that, so I did it. Which is cool. I don't know, it seems like the Unify Ubiquity, like whatever that they're like, what is it called? They have that program where it's like unreleased stuff, the early access. Didn't they like do something with that or something? Yeah, I forget who makes it. I ran an inductive coil. It's buried near the driveway. And then it goes to a radio link that goes to a box in my house. And then I tapped into the LED because it'll like make a noise, but I tapped into the LED, so you know, LED on off, like, you know, on the circuit side of it, it's an on off situation. So I have that running to a home labby type of deal, and it'll push notify me. It'll still make the noise. Like, I didn't get rid of the speaker, but the noise is nice too, because I'm not always like at my phone or whatever, and my dog will hear it too. So that's it's like pretty nerdy, and you wouldn't notice it if you're driving up. You're like, you don't know that it's there, but I know that it's there, which is cool. Yeah, I don't know. I occasionally have to replace a battery, but I thought that was cool. I want to set up, back in the day, I used to have, when I was renting an apartment in Philly with the controller thing, I linked Hue lights to my Square account, I believe. I don't remember what my original website. I linked my Hue lights to my payment processor, so the second I would get an order, it would flash all the lights that I had set up Hue bulbs in my apartment. It would flash them green when an order came through, and I kind of missed that. And I'm not going to do it for like the whole house. I don't have Hue lights in the whole house. That's very expensive. But I would like to do that again. I thought that was fun. maybe a project for my mod friend. He's the programmer man in my life. That yeah, it'd be cool to do that again. I love home automation stuff, and I don't have nearly what I would like to have set up yet in this place. It's been like we had it for maybe 2 years, but I have ideas. So that would be cool. Yeah, the hue light thing. I mean, shit, I don't even have a ceiling in here yet. Look at this. On my list of stuff when I was building out this area, my office, this is my like I said earlier on the stream, this is like my clean area where I don't like sand and run air compressor and like do all the resin stuff. It's like where my computer is and where the photo set up and all that, the 3D printers, that not the liquid ones, but like the normal ones. So eventually I would love to spend the money to throw a ceiling in here, and maybe then I'll do hue lights for like, I have like a hue strip that's behind my monitor and like one bulb. I know I have a you can actually probably see it. I have a bulb. There's a bulb like hiding somewhere up there, and then that's a hue bulb all the way up there. It's like a projector one. I forget what they called it. And that lights up the printer area at night. If I'm printing stuff, it's like a neon. I have it set to a neon color, which I like. But it would be cool to do like the can light like built into the hardwiring thing. Yeah, that's the stuff. It sucks because this kind of stuff, I'm reading your comment now. That's the kind of stuff that I love that stuff, but like it's the kind of money that's like, do I need this right now? Not really. You know, like it's very easy to not spend money on that kind of thing. And maybe I'm a little too conservative with that stuff, but again, I'm trying to grow the button thing. I have so many ideas. It's like now is not the time to scratch my home automation itch as much as I would like to. And I bought a fixer-upper, so there's like way other house things to throw money at that is not making the lights fun, I would say. It would be cool, but again, maybe if I turn into a YouTuber man, I can like screen record this and be like, I have YouTuber man money now or whatever. But yeah, money and time for sure. And I mean, you seem like you would know the like programmery stuff that I would not know, and that alone is its own deal. If you get like a Habitat, which is on my list of stuff that I want to get, that's like, or you run like a, what is it, home lab, I forget. There's like something my friend was telling me he just threw on his server. He's like, do this, get a Drobo. I think he wanted me to get like, or no, a Synology NAS, because I have like endless external hard drives. And he was like, just get a NAS, you can run stuff on it, it's got more power. And I was like, I want to, but it's not like an exciting purchase, you know. And he runs, I think it's Home Lab, maybe. And that's when I was linking him. I was like, get a Habitat or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. That stuff is like, or yeah, no, that's what it is. Home Assistant, I think, is what he was talking about. But he threw it on that. I have a, you can't really see it from here. I have a Raspberry Pi running Pi-hole with like a screen, an unnecessary little color touch screen that I 3D printed a like holder for in my server rack, and it would be cool. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if I'm gonna buy a NAS, I want to maybe build a NAS and have more power, which I don't need for anything, you know, but it'd be cool. But again, it's like, yeah, I could build out my network rack, but like to do it right, I would love to throw a better UPS on it. But like, you know, it'd be better, more use of my time, a UPS for my resin printers, because my masters to make these buttons are 15 hours. And if I lose power, that sucks, you know? So there's like, it's just like never ending. It'd be cool. It's on my list of like, that'd be cool. You know, I've always wanted to drive a cool car. That'd be cool. But You know where it is in the priority list? Like way far away. I don't really care, you know? So, I don't know. I have dreams of all these like cool setups and things. True NAS. Man, I'm gonna like Google all these comments. And yeah, that's the other thing is time. It's like infinite. If I had infinite time, that'd be one thing. But even with this stream, I mean, you guys saw it started out rough, and it was because I was like, all right, I'm finally streaming again tonight. Let me like open OBS, and I hadn't changed much from the last stream, but it didn't work right, you know? And it was just like rushing around. So a time situation for sure. I'm trying to keep up with everyone's demand on these things, which is I'm very thankful for this, you know, people like what I have spent a lot of time to make. But yeah, all the like side projects kind of have gone away for a while, which is fine. I'm okay with that. This is fun to me. I get the same amount of enjoyment from creating this stuff than I would making hue bulbs do cool stuff or whatever. So, I don't know. Oh, look who just showed up. Hello. Hi. What's up? You may have seen on Twitter, I don't know if anyone follows me on there. Occasionally I'll post at like 2 a.m. that she comes down and she's like clearly telling me she wants to go to bed. So yeah, maybe I'll end it. I'll let her out. She probably has to pee. Thank you guys for showing up. I would like to do these more frequently. I need to like streamline this. This setup is tough because this is my video photo area, and like converting it back to stream zone is like a little annoying. It's not annoying. It's just time consuming. So this is my favorite way to like let you guys know what's going on. I need to probably type up another email. You know, for everyone, you know, I can't expect every single person that's subscribed to the email list to like know what's going on. So I might do a little bit of a recap, but it might be when I think the plan is like get the green guys going, and then party blue as well. And maybe I'll release an email when a bigger stock drops, you know? I don't want to spam people. My controller account, I barely would send an email, and I would say like, hey, here's my life update, here's my new studio, whatever, you know. Yeah, it's weird, like when you become an adult, it's like you don't have time for stuff. I don't have a kid, I have a niece and a dog and stuff, but I understand how much of a time commitment that is as well. It's just like all of it, like, you know, I haven't mowed the lawn in a long time, and it's because of the button thing. And it's not like bad. It doesn't matter. No one cares. I don't have a HOA, any of that, but it's just like, I'll get to it. So, yeah, I don't know. Life priorities. It's tough when you're an adult. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll go to sleep. 1 a.m. It's relatively early for me. I'm going to throw one more set of these green guys. That'll be another hour, and then probably actually try to sleep. Appreciate you guys, as always. Again, I'm trying to be as transparent as possible, let you know what I can and can't do, and have you follow along to the journey. And yeah, I don't know. Keep an eye out. I should probably use Twitter more. And I'm doing my usual. I'm rambling. I'm going to order one of these dummy batteries for that above camera, and ideally that'll be working next time we do this. Or maybe I'll be streaming from the messy room. You'll get to see that for the first time. So, yeah. Thank you again. Appreciate you guys. I guess I will end it now. And, yeah. Good night.